Shooter ready.
Yep.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.
Shooter ready. Yep. Stand by.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Well, I made that fancy new intro and it didn't do anything. Whatever. Paul.
Did you not click it?
It's first time here, dude. There's gonna be some
Yeah,
hiccups.
it happens. I mean, it looks like it's working. I've got it up on the other screen.
All right, let's see if the chat works. Tell me if you see a yo in the chat. Did I just type that? There it
Yeah,
is.
you're in there.
All right, cool. Hey everybody, welcome to the Shooter Are You Ready podcast. This is our first ever live stream, so there's going to be hiccups, delays, mishaps, and mess ups. But welcome.
Hey, it works.
Yeah. Paul, how you doing? As always.
I'm doing all right.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. How are you?
Hanging in there. Tired, but hanging in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I feel like both of our actual jobs, like the busy seasons, kind of line up with one another.
Yeah.
Which is, for you, it's storm season, and for me, it's when everybody else is off because that's when everybody wants updates done.
Oh yeah. Oh look, we got a big Matt in the room. Matt, what's up? What's going on, buddy? I sees it. He sees it.
Oh, Big John's here.
Oh, look at that, dude. Oh, Big John. What's going on, boy? Boy, man. What's going on, man? Big man. We're here. This is our first ever live stream. So, like I said, patience.
Honestly, perfect timing too, because I thought that I'd be able to get into the Battlefield 6 beta today.
No, you gotta have a code.
You do have to have a code. And I thought that by signing up for Battlefield Labs a couple months ago, that it just like automatically like applied to your account or something like that, or I misread it or something. So earlier this week, I pre-downloaded the beta.
Right.
Then I found out that there was like an incompatibility with my computer. There's some like secure boot that it requires, which is a BIOS level, which is like base of your computer. And I've got a pretty old computer. So like if you've got a Windows 11 PC, I want to say that it's native in this secure boot mode. But if you're before, like this PC, I think came with Windows 8 on it, which is a couple of Windows versions ago. Yeah. And I had to go through and I was troubleshooting, and it was like had to update like certain areas of my BIOS. I had to register these keys, which that's like what I do for work anyways. So having to do 8 hours of that and then come home and do another 3 hours of troubleshooting in order to try to play this game, I was getting a little frustrated. But then I was like, hey, you know, it drops. It's like 2 a.m. on the 7th. And I was like, okay, beautiful. And I thought that I'd signed up for it, not reading into it enough. So then I come home from work today, you know, kind of getting everything set. I know that we've got this going on. So I was like, man, I'll be able to get in there. I love Battlefield. Like Battlefield 1942 was like one of the first computer games I ever bought. And like ready to sit down. And then I get to the main screen, and I do have comments on the main screen, but they're taking like the Call of Duty approach where it looks like Hulu and like Netflix, where they have all these little boxes that are all over the screen that you have to scroll through, that I really dislike. I wish that they would just go back to like the Modern Warfare 2, where it's just like, you want to play? Here are the game modes.
Just play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that about Call of Duty now. When I actually do pick up a controller, it's like it's too vast of a menu. It's like, do this, do that, do that. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? I'm like, I just want to run around and shoot people. Yeah. Let's not, you know, muff it up here.
There's too many menus. It's hard. And I mean, this will be kind of my boomer moment for the
exactly.
But it's like Halo 3 had a great menu. Modern Warfare 2 had a great menu where it was just like text, and it was just like play. What game mode? What's this? You don't need to have it be this like crazy beautiful UI. Like that's what the game is for. Yeah. I don't want to sit at a screen and just be like, wow, this looks incredible. Like I want to say, wow, this looks incredible at the game. So get into it tonight, and then everything's locked out. And already I'm just kind of like, well, okay. I know that it's a beta.
I got into an argument with Lacey because she was like, you can't play the beta unless you have a code. I was like, no, it's this weekend. She's like, no, you need a code. You got to go watch 30 minutes of somebody streaming and get a code. And I was like, no. So I Googled it, you know, like any old boomer would do. And it's open this weekend. If you have a code, you can play it today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So hopefully I will be playing Saturday night, maybe Sunday. Who knows?
I will be playing on Sunday.
Tell a friend because
ammo.
That's right, buddy.
But mainly because that's like the only day that I have off this weekend. So I'll try to get in and do that. I mean, it looks good,
Yeah.
but 2042 is also like I played the beta and I thought that was going to be good. And then that kind of
Went to shit.
really wasn't anything that I was interested in. I don't like the fast movement, skipping off the walls.
Yeah.
Or like doing any of that shit.
I do like in this one how if you're
or
driving somebody, you can drag them behind cover instead of
yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And I think that
We
goes
need
for
to-
everybody.
We need to get a huge Battlefield squad going. So if anybody in the chat owns a video game system and would like to jump on with me and Paul and play some Battlefield and hang out with the boys, jump
Yeah,
on.
and I think
in.
it's crossplay, so I think it's open for everybody. Like you don't
Yeah.
have to be on PC, even though I think that's what both of you and I are going to be on.
Hell yeah, bro. I just was looking at controllers today. But anyways, Paul, enough of Battlefield. We've been talking about it for the last couple minutes. Not like it's a badass game, but like I said, anybody listening, if you're a Battlefield guy, hit me and Paul up. Let's get a squad going. Let's get a squad going. Let's put some boots on ground and some bodies down. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Sundays we squad up, we can all run AKs.
I think there's an ace in this version of it. I've been
Hell
seeing
yeah,
some
dude.
video.
I will run
there's
that.
some ace.
I'll run the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all week, Paul, on the Instagram, I've been popping up random surveys and questions on the Shooter Are You Ready Instagram for anybody who's wondering. Shooter
Right
Are You
on.
Ready? I think it's just I don't even know my own Instagram handle, but look up Shooter Are You Ready? 2 question marks, you'll find it. I asked questions about optics, I asked questions about ammo, and I asked random questions. Some got more answers or replies than others, so enough of Battlefield. Fortnite all the way. You know what, H-Town? That's kind of funny because I actually do play Fortnite because
I
I
don't
got
know-
sick of Battlefield.
I don't
Or
know
not
what
Battle-
it is
I got sick
about.
of Call of Duty.
I don't know what it is about Fortnite, but it attracts 10 years old.
Dude, and I
40
I
years
lay them down.
You play build or no build?
No build, dude. Get that shit out of here. I don't need
Yeah.
to be shooting at some kid and he starts building a crack house
We
to
can
run
start
and hide.
cranking 90s on your old ass.
Yeah, dude. I don't need that shit. I do no build and I just run around and I wipe the floor. I get my little crown because I'm victorious. I don't do too bad. I used to play a lot of Apex Legends. We're back on video games again, but whatever.
Dude, Apex, I played a lot of Apex with a couple buddies. That got too fast for me.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like you only got third partied, which was really annoying. Like you couldn't just ever have like a fight. It was always just like dive.
I was
And,
pretty good at it. I would always play that Australian dude with the rocket launcher.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
I was talking about putting something on the Bobby.
Yeah.
That was my guy
Yep.
with the eye patch.
I only mained Lifeline.
Okay.
Like I think she was the only one that I ever played
Yeah.
throughout the couple of years that I played it.
Yeah, see, I think before that dude came around, I played as I'm trying to think of who the hell's all in that game. The witch doctor looking ass dude who could see like bloods, people's
Oh, yeah.
footsteps and shit.
Yeah, Bloodhound.
Yeah, Bloodhound. I would play Bloodhound, and then after that, it was the one chick with the giant rocket launcher or something.
Oh, Bangalore?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she would have the missiles come down.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
had the missiles and then she could smoke off a point.
Yeah.
Everything like that, too.
Those were my 3 go-tos. But anyways, really want to play Battlefield now. That's all we've been talking about. But H-Town, jump on Battlefield, bro. Get in there with us. Have some fun. Let's get silly with it. Me, Big John, Paul. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, we'll get a squad going.
But we'll jump into the one I got a few. Well, there's only one reply because I put that question up today, and that was from H-Town. I asked, "What's your 9mm go-to? 115, 124, 147?" And I didn't type in 150. That's an option. We'll get into that. But or do you just buy whatever's the cheapest? And I think a couple people said they buy the cheapest. I was looking those questions up. I think a couple people said they just buy the cheapest ammo, which would probably be like a 115.
124s are getting down there too. I mean, right now, 9mm is getting down to like almost pre-COVID prices.
Yeah.
When you start factoring in like inflation, it's probably almost cheaper than it was pre-COVID because you can find some stuff out there within like the 20 cent to like 25 cent range.
Yeah.
I've shot a lot of 147s recently just because they've been available. And if I'm shooting USPSA, I think that for the Beretta that I run, 147s just like takes a little bit of the snap out of it.
Right.
But I've also shot a lot of 115s. What I'll be running a gunfighter at the end of the month is going to be 124s. It's kind of a decent middle ground from what people have told me.
I don't
really
notice a difference between 124 and 115.
I can't either, but I can notice a big difference between 115, 124s, and then 147s.
Okay.
I
I
also
just
think,
ordered a case of 147s.
I think that 147s are good if, like, let's say you carry 147 grain hollow points.
Right.
Like, then you kind of get it like a like for like in terms of how they feel necessarily shooting, and then you don't have to spend so much money on hollow points.
Right.
They might feel a little bit different, just kind of depending on coating and powder and things like that. But I think there's something that could be said for that, training grain weight. But like, there's 150 grain Syntax that are out there by Federal, and I think that there's also a 140 grain Syntac.
There's
and
150s.
yeah, the
Yeah,
150s I
that right
really
now.
really enjoyed.
I
When you
actually
can find them easily.
I have some in my cart right now. I was debating on ordering them because I ordered some Federal 115, 124, 147s.
Those 150s out of your, is it the KP9? That is the little 9mm that you got from KUSA?
Yeah. Did you hear that chime?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that means okay. You're right. That's the 9mm. Yeah.
Yeah, those 150s out of that through the Delta Tech are going to be like phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that the 150s really shine out of like subguns, and especially if you're going to shoot suppressed. I think that they're subsonic.
You're right.
I think that they're fantastic for that as well.
Well, just so people don't think I'm stiffing them here. Some of the replies I did get. First one we got today was actually from my guy H-Town. He said, tell a friend, tell a homie, tell a ammo. And yeah, I agree with you on that one. H-Town 100%, buddy. And then we got It's Dasu. I'm probably saying it wrong. I apologize. Whatever's the cheapest, I'm going to miss it anyways. So probably shouldn't break the bank. I agree with you. Vampire Moon said Hornady. They're a Hornady person. Unusual Civilian, or boy Dildo, Trent, whatever you want to call him, that goofy, lovable bastard. He says if it seats, it yeets. So I think he's going for anything.
Yeah.
Flood Munition says 115 because it's cheap, dog. And then LS Go to LSX GTO. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm chopping your name up. LSX GTO. Whatever's cheap as long as it's a reputable company, which that's about how I am at the moment. But I'm trying to really find a good competition round, if you will. So that's my thing now. That's why I said I ordered the 115s. I'm gonna actually branching out.
What brand 115s did you order?
I got Federal because I already had a bunch of 115s.
Okay.
And then I got the 147s, and I think I ordered 124s. But I'm branching out from strictly mostly AK content, and I'm going to do a video on that. Like, does grain size matter as far as recoil, felt recoil in your gun? So I'm going to take my stock Canic, which I've done nothing to, and shoot that out of it. And then I'm going to use my Walther, which has a lighter spring and a different trigger and everything in it, and shoot it out of that. And then I'm going to put the old lady in front of the camera and not tell her what rounds I'm giving her, an unbiased opinion here, and see if she notices a difference. And I was even debating on just giving her 115 all the way through.
Yeah.
And
And
just
just
saying-
doing kind of more of a Pepsi test and see.
Yeah, and just being like, do you notice?
Yeah.
And she'll be like, well, that last one was a little bit different. I'm going to be like, ha, you don't know shit. They were all 115s, but
Have you ever done one of those beep tests for hearing for like work or something?
yeah, 100%.
And then
2 years.
you're sitting there in the booth, and then it's just like, was it a beep?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a beep? Was
Yeah.
it 115 grain? Was it not 115 grain?
Big John rolls his own. He likes reloading 147s, but often I buy 124s. I just feel like you can really fine tune the gamer power factor measure with the 147 reloads. My boss, who's not my boss, who's this guy I work with, who I answer to when he tells me to do stuff, but he's not my boss. He's a roll your own kind of guy, and I think he said he's doing like 130 something flat noses.
Mhm.
He gets all eccentric when he reloads, but he says he really likes it.
And,
Those 147 Federals I got are flat nose.
and most of the heavier ones are going to start to be flat nose because otherwise, I think it's like seat depth on the of the
Okay.
round, or John would probably be able to explain it better than I can. But
Yeah, Yeah, I want to do that.
Like I would 100% agree with John, where it's like, hey, if you can make your own, it's kind of like what you're seeing Neil do with his 300 blackout rounds, where it's like, hey, you can fine tune it to your specific setup. I think that people, and we'll probably get into it a little bit later when we talk about pistols too,
Right.
but people have started to get into like almost too much tinkering when it comes to fine tuning their rifles and pistols.
Yeah.
So where they're like, oh, I need this spring. And it's like, well, the factory springs are probably fine. Like if you were to like load your own
forget about you, big guy.
147s and then like tune it to like whatever, like the spring weight that's out there,
Right.
that works best with that, and really kind of play around with it.
See, that's why I was going with the unmodified Canic versus
Yeah.
the modified Walther to see if there's a noticeable difference in an unmodified straight out of the box gun, or if there's a modified or a noticeable difference in a modified, different spring, different trigger, you know, more of a competition setup pistol.
For the majority of people, I think just running the base level, like spring, and then 115 or 124s. 115 is the most common.
I really want to get those 150 Syntax though and see what that's all about, because it's supposedly the competition round, which is supposed to hit harder and have less felt recoil. And I noticed that's what our boy Josh loads up every time he's in a competition.
I do like the 150s. They are, I mean, they're the polymer coated, like lead. So supposedly
barrel is much less fouling and all
that
all the sales pitches.
There's what I would be curious about is if they use a different powder than what they use in the rest of their.
It claims, I don't know if it's different, but it claims it's, you know, I mean, it's this fancy powder with this, you know, fancy primers, and it's supposed to be fancy is what I'm getting at. So I got some of that in the cart. I'll probably order that after we're done with this, because after talking to our boys in our latest podcast that's coming up Sunday, I've been looking at AR parts. And I know it's you heard it here, folks. I have been looking at AR parts because I have 2 ARs, and one of them is strictly like out of the box base model POS PSA, and I want to do some things to make it shoot a little bit better, and I just want to play around with it, have some fun. You know, I'm gonna take this dog shit AK or AR that I built, and I'm gonna put some money into it and see what happens. Maybe that's a good video right there. We'll do that.
Taking a Walmart bike and putting $1,000
I got this,
worth of parts for it.
Pre-COVID $600 AR. I'm going to dump $1,000 into it and see what happens. You know,
that could be pretty fun, actually.
But yeah, Matt, I didn't forget about your comment there, buddy, with the 124s. He was the last comment on our ammo question. So it's a mixed bag. It's like I said, right now, I mean, up until this week, I was a 115 all day because I can get it cheap. You can get a case right now for like $200 shipped.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, that's awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Let's talk about brands for a minute.
Okay.
Brands that you would buy from, number one, and then brands that you wouldn't, number two.
Now, I was never here we go with me again. I was never a brand loyalist. I was a MagTech guy and I don't know how to say it. I always say Seller and Beloit, but that's
I think it's below is what I've heard it.
Only because those were the 1,000-round boxes that I would win in raffles from our friends at dldvip.com. But I would choose between those two because they always worked. But lately, I think I've just went through like 2,000 rounds of some MaxTech, and I didn't have an issue with the only ammo I will honestly never buy or even get gifted to me. I will return it. Is the yellow Remington. It's like some fucking Remington Marine something bullshit ass 9mm. I have to look it up.
Damn,
it's like
I've
Remington
never even seen Remington come in a yellow box before.
No, it's I know it's there. Let me. But that is the only ammo I have ever shot where I have wholeheartedly, no BS, had issues. Remington yellow box 9mm. It's like the UMC bullshit box. Oh, I typed yellow wrong. That says U. I think it's
I can't think that I've ever actually seen.
Hold on. Maybe it wasn't Remington. I thought it was Remington. But that was like I had stovepipes left and right with that shit.
Interesting.
And
like it was light?
Like I don't know what it was going. Oh, there it is. The Remington 9mm Uger UMC Union Metallic Cartridge Mega Pack. Here, hold on. Let me share my screen for you. But this is the only ammo I've ever seriously had issues with, and I was like, put that shit to the curb because
Oh yeah, this stuff's
that
bad.
yeah, that
Yeah,
stuff was
they
trash.
rebranded it into this like
Yeah, now it's in the green box.
yeah. I don't like so I personally the stuff that I would buy, MagTech,
Yeah.
Max,
Yep.
their S&B I really like,
Mhm.
Federal.
Yep.
I have had really good luck with the AAC, which is the PSA 9mm.
I've never shot that.
I know a lot of people haven't, but I shot a lot of their 147 grain. I don't know about the rifle ammo.
Okay.
But Blazer, Blazer, that's also what
Yeah,
I'm
I
running
get
right
down
now.
with that all day, dude. That
Yep.
shit, it's cheap. That's the one right now you can get for $200 for a
Yeah.
case shipped.
Honestly, that's the one that I would probably pick, which is, and I think that's the one that I just got delivered as well. But I used to shoot a lot of steel case 9mm. That's
Winchester
kind of
white
gone.
box.
Winchester white box, hell no.
That's dirty as shit.
Yeah, I Winchester I stay away from, Remington I stay away from. All your kind of like rifle manufacturers that I've seen. So also like SIG used to have ammo.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of problems with that as well.
I feel like that was probably just a Reebox.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Ammo Inc., even though they're local to us,
yeah.
they're in Manitowoc. I've had a lot of problems with that. Never shoot Reman. Never.
When I first started shooting, I don't know, what's this, 8 years ago, maybe? Just because I just started doing nothing but pistol stuff for a couple of years.
Mhm.
I was just a pistol guy. I would buy whatever the hell I could find that was the cheapest because I would go to like the local store and they'd have like the vacuum sealed bags of hey.
Yep. The Bubba's Piss and Hot Hand Loads.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
then after a while, I would go to like Freedom Munitions.
Yep.
And buy some of their shit. I never had a problem with Freedom Munitions because I've shot like 223 9mm 300 black even from them of Reman shit, and I never had an issue with it.
Mhm.
But in the last few years, I just do not buy Remand anymore because I'm not gonna chance something just blowing up on me because there was. I mean, I'm sure you get like the Freedom Munitions. I'm sure they've got it down to like a good science to where their shit's not gonna blow up compared to the vacuum sealed bags you buy at the gun range that are local.
It is just not worth chancing it.
No.
Like I'm not like, if you buy from Freedom Munitions and you're like, well, it's been fine for me. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I'm not telling anybody what they should or should not do with their money.
That's just me personally.
That's like, this is what I will choose to do with my money.
Right.
And right now, the difference between like Reman and like new manufacturers, like $30.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not that
big
right
of a
now. It's not
difference.
that bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I stick with if right now I just bought a bunch of Federal, and I think outside of that I went with the Blazer, and I've never had an issue with anything except for like Winchester white box is just dirty as shit. Like I said, that UMC Remington is the only ammo I've had where I think out of the box of what was that, a 200 pack I shown. I think I bought a box of that, went to the range with my buddy. I think I had like 3 stovepipes. And I don't think that was me because I've never had it happen to any other ammo. It was just weird. And I don't know, man. Like I'm not really too picky on 9mm ammo, but I want to get more consistent with what I buy. Like I want to shoot with something that I like and I just want to stick with it and not jump around as much.
Federal American Eagle. I'm just going through like a site just to kind of pick out some other things here. Federal American Eagle, I've shot. I don't really have an opinion on that. Defensive rounds, just go with Hornady. Don't overcomplicate this.
Right.
UMC, we already talked about. Ammo Inc., I just can't. Federal is good.
I'll never turn down Federal. I've shot
Remington
a lot
wheel
of
gun
Federal.
ammo. Like Remington does a good job with like the Boomer cartridges.
Okay.
They've got this wheel gun ammo that is actually pretty solid.
All right.
Sig Sauer I wouldn't touch. They have M17 124 grain plus P, like a branded brown box ammo, and that's not. I've gotten more failure to fires out of that stuff than I have just about anything else.
Okay.
I think that's just about Fiochi. I think that's
Oh
very
yeah,
good.
I'm a Fiochi man.
Also, if you're somebody where you've got like a Webley or like an older gun, Fiochi's like the only ammo that you can shoot out of that, and they purposely download their power factor so that they can shoot that ammo in older guns.
Okay.
Spear, yeah, that's fine. Kind of boomerish, but that's kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Winchester, Federal Premium, that's the same. Cowboy Action, I don't care about.
Nah.
Yeah. I think that's just about everything that I can think of. There's also Federal makes a training. They make a 147 purple and then they make a 150
I saw the
red.
purple stuff. I think some of that purple is Hollow Point. Because I think they make two different ones. I think one is just a 147, and I got another one that was Hollow Point because I went to their exact website trying to figure out what the difference was between the purple and the red.
There's something that like kind of old timers really like about the Hollow Point stuff, where like if you're shooting paper or like IDPA, or USPSA, they're like, I want to shoot hollow points.
It makes a bigger hole, because it expands when it hits paper. No, it doesn't. Cliff,
I don't fucking know.
Oh, speaking of, I have to go. I thought I was a board member this whole time. We're going off topic here for my local gun range.
Yeah.
We did the competition in June. I got the okay to do another competition in October, so I got to start planning for that. Mm-hmm. I have been, it's not ordained. What's the word I'm looking for? I am a charter board member now.
Okay.
So I guess that means like I'm like a board member on probation, maybe.
You're on double secret probation?
Yeah, something like that. But I didn't know what the hell that meant until I went to the meeting the next day because they voted me in Sunday. Like, we'll nominate Jamie Martin. Anybody opposed? And nobody said anything. I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm just here to pay you guys and show you the surveys and ask for another date. But apparently I went to the meeting Monday, and being a charter member means I can run for office now. And I'm like, but I don't want that responsibility at all. I don't want to
just run for president and then introduce legislation
for the fences.
And like,
I don't want to be a treasurer.
Shut it down.
I don't even like handling my own money.
That's okay. If you are considering running for treasurer of any like group that you're a part of, VFW, Boy Scouts, whatever, it's not worth it.
No, I'm not doing that. Hell no, I'm not touching money.
It's completely thankless, and no matter what you do, it is going to be a problem.
Yeah, people are going to be pissed about something.
And they're going to be like, well, why were these funds spent here? And it's like, I'm not spending this shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is what people choose to spend this money on. And no matter how good your accounting practices are, nobody's ever going to be happy with them. There's just, it's just more problems than what it's worth.
Yeah. John says people like buying the wad cutters because they put nice holes in paper. I don't care. Anything puts a hole in paper.
38 wad cutters. The Bullseye guys really like those.
Yeah. But so yeah, I'm now a member. How did we get started on this? Because we were talking about something. I don't remember.
Yeah, we were just talking about ammo. What other questions did you have that you posed to the public?
We broke down optics and random questions. Let's get into the random questions because this is where it gets kind of funny.
Hell yeah, optics will take a while.
Yeah, optics. That's going to be this is just random shit here. Random questions by you, the audience, and we thank you very much. First thing, I just, like I said, I put up a post. It was, hey, send us your random questions, watch us react live on air. Okay. And then it was, Paul, do you have any pre or post match rituals? This is coming from at Dismantle the Government Cheese.
Oh, pre.
And I don't know if you noticed, I'm pretty sure Dismantle Government Cheese was at Mitten State, and he was the guy taking pictures.
Oh, cool.
Remember the guy who's like a couple cars from us in the morning?
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not the government cheese that he's working to dismantle, but I would have, if I am, cheese. That's fine.
Yeah.
Pre-match. So my pre-match rituals start like the week of. And I think we went over this when we were preparing for Mitten State, where I was like, man, I don't feel prepared at all.
Yeah.
But like, so let's say that the match is on Saturday.
Okay.
On Monday, and I have to travel for it, which most of the matches that we shoot, I do. And it's like more than 3 hours.
Right.
I'm laying out everything, either in my basement or my garage, where it's like clothes, I've got this big duffel bag that I kind of like repack where that has like gloves, hats. I've got a couple pairs of iPro. I've got in-ear, like the little foamies.
Yeah.
I've got batteries. I've got cleaning kits, like kind of all that stuff. Making sure that I have everything that I need for the weekend or for travel or for whatever it is, like on that Monday. Then kind of as the week progresses, I'm either filling in things that I'm missing or maybe like I have to like replace. So like I really like these like gardener gloves, which
Oh,
have
the ones
like
with the rubber on the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really liking those. They don't provide the best heat support, but that's not what they're for. It's just like the grip for like grabbing mags.
Right.
But they wear out.
I
Now,
used those. I think when we were at Winter KCON, I had some.
yeah,
of those.
they're like $5 for a 5-pack or something like that.
Yeah.
So if I got to run a fleet, I'll grab a couple of those. I want to get snacks ready.
What's your
and
go-to
then,
snack? Let's talk road snacks. What's your road,
road
snack?
snacks? Jerky,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Gotta have jerky.
Nothing too heavy or greasy, especially like as I'm coming into a match.
Right.
So if I'm on the road to a match, I want to get a cup of coffee beforehand. Quick Trip Colombian.
Oh.
And then I get the French vanilla in that. That's kind of like my favorite if I have to pick.
Right.
And then if there's not a Quick Trip around, I do go to Starbucks.
Oh,
But,
you fancy bastard.
I do. My drink is like $8. Iced oat milk, shaken espresso.
Jeez.
I remove some of they do like pumps of like sugar or something in there.
Yeah.
I remove most of those, so I only do one of those. I get the venti, so it's 5 shots of espresso. I
Hell
do
yeah.
another 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah.
So I'm up to 7. And then I do the
A bran muffin.
cold brew, the cold cream on top of that. And that's like my go-to Starbucks order there. I don't really get anything else there.
I go to Starbucks and I order a large black coffee, dark.
Yeah, hey,
That's like what I do.
yeah.
The
that's
old
fine.
lady, she gets her iced white mocha, 3 extra shots. I think that's what it is. Iced white mocha, 3 extra shots. I think that's her order because I have to remember that because if I fuck it up when I go, I get yelled at. But yeah, I'm black coffee. Just give me the black coffee. That's all I need. No sugar, no cream. Just I'm at that age where I'm just like black coffee. That's all I need. But I'm a beef jerky man like yourself. I do beef jerkies. I gotta have a little something sweet. So I'll grab like a bag of blue Sour Patch Kids,
Mhm.
and I'll just kind of munch on them.
Frozen sour
sandwiches.
gummy worms are like my favorite snack throughout the day of a match.
I'll normally if I'm by myself, or even when Jeff was with me, I'll always pack a cooler. And if I'm by myself, cooler's in the passenger seat. If Jeff's with me, which half the time he is, the
Mhm.
cooler's behind me. I always make 2 turkey sandwiches because I found this amazing cheese at the deli at my house. It's a aged New York cheddar horseradish cheese.
Oh, that's got some funk to it.
Dude, it's not funky. It don't smell like feet or nothing, but
Mhm.
like it's like a good cheddar, but like you get that little bite of horseradish in there, and I'm like, oh, hello, how are you? And so I do that with some deli boar's head Cajun turkey.
Oh,
Yeah. And I do that on the what are the loaves of bread? They sell like half loaves, Dave's or something. They're like $1.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
half
yeah.
loaf.
yep.
Yeah, I'll do like the 12 grain or the oat one of that. So I do that. H-Town says pre-match he loads up all his mags. I don't like loading at the match. I never load mags. I never do. I make sure after last year's KCON when I forgot my mags. That's like Clay was like, you make a checklist because Clay forgot his too. Not everybody's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, Clay was like, yeah, normally I make a list, and I just kind of messed up this year. And so ever since last year's KCON, I make a list, and I like make it like you said, like if I'm leaving Friday, I make my list Monday, and all week I just keep looking at the list. Like, what else did I forget? Because you normally, if you've never been to a competition or many a competition, the one thing you forget is the shit you don't think of. You don't think of like the ibuprofens.
No.
You don't think of like eye drops. You don't think of like, stupid shit like nail clippers.
That's eye drops is a really, really good one.
Like nail clippers is like a thing I have to start packing now because when I just went to KCON this year, I didn't cut my toenails before. This is going to sound kind of gross, but whatever. I'm a man, right? No, but for real, I didn't cut my toenails before, and from running around all day and hiking all day, like my one toenail was like hurting the shit out of my foot. And so we go in the room, and I'm like, Tommy, you got nail clippers? And he looks at me like weird, like no. And I'm like, sorry, I didn't know that was an odd question. I figured anybody here would have some nail clippers. So I had to take a pocket knife and like cut my nail. because it was hurting so bad, and that thing was bruised for like 2 months because it was like so like badly beaten up, and because I like to wear some tight trail running shoes,
Yeah.
and so like it was not liking the long toenail at all. But as far as drinks, water, I start my day off every day with a C4. They got the new lemonade flavor out now, which it's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm more of a blue or an orange man. But
I've never done energy drinks.
Oh, dude,
even though I just admitted that I do like 7 or 8 shots of espresso.
Yeah. It's no caffeine for me,
yeah,
please.
Exactly. No, thank you.
Don't put that shit in my
I'll
body.
just have an apple.
Yeah.
I'm with H-Town on this one. Load up. I load up a lot of
questions.
mags.
Replies
but,
coming here.
Nervous poop.
It takes a lot of nervous poops. Not me,
Yeah.
dude.
In
I am
between
on a
stages.
schedule. Like I'm at that age to where I poop in the morning. Get it out of the way. That's it.
Mhm.
Like if I don't poop in the morning, there's gonna be problems. And like I will wake up early, like at competition. I'll wake up if we're like, oh, we're not leaving the room till 6:45. I wake up at like 5:30, making sure like I get a good 2 hours of walking around, like to make sure I get that poop out.
I'm not quite at that level, but probably getting a little closer here.
Yeah.
Make sure you take booty wipes. Dude wipes are now
dude wipes are
like,
huge.
definitely in my bag, and I keep them on my person when I'm going around. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Typically, if on the way to a match, I either like to listen to a book or I like to listen to shooting focused podcasts.
Yes.
So either Fit and Fires or Training Group Live, which is Joel Park and Ben Stager's podcast, even though I think it's more Joel these days.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I do think that there is something to be said about getting into that mindset. Or like if I'm traveling with people, like when we were going to Mitten State, one of the big questions that I like to ask people is, what are your expectations for this match, specifically around placement?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, because I'm curious. And number two, like, I just want to talk about like, okay, well, expectations, you need to level set what your expectations are. So then I think you can back your way into them.
Right.
So if you say, hey, I want to like, I'm here to win. Okay, well then, like, what we're going to be eating in the next 24 hours and what we're going to be doing in the next 24 hours is very different than, hey, I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Especially pre-match. Post-match, I 100% agree with H-Town. Like, hey, time for some Modelo's.
Post-match, yeah.
I don't really have any post-match rituals. Most of the time it's just driving home. I don't unload my truck except for my guns for like 3 days. Like, I get home, I take my rifles out, and then I'm just kind of like, well, I'm beat. And then I just don't touch anything in there.
I don't even do that. Normally, like, if I'm returning Sunday, like late Sunday, early Monday, I'll take that Monday off of work.
Mm-hmm.
I pull into the driveway because, I mean, I'm having anywhere from a 5 to 8 hour to 12-hour drive.
Yeah.
You know, and I pull in the driveway, I get out, beep, beep. I lock that thing. I go inside, I jump in the shower, and I am out. And then, like, I sleep in hard because normally we just talked about this 36 hours. I've got about 6 hours of sleep so far. But I wait till the next morning after I wake up. I have my eggs. I relax, take my poop, and then I'll let's go clean the truck out. But as far as
when do you start like pulling footage and things like that?
Later in that day, I'll look at stuff. I'll watch footage. Like I still haven't uploaded anything from Mitten State. I've watched myself shoot like 2 stages on that.
I watch myself obsessively.
Yeah, it's good.
Like, that's probably, if we were going to talk about like post-match, so coming back from Mitten State, we had a really, really long drive, and we got kind of to, I think it's Mount Pleasant, which is where the Michigan Central University, MCU, is located, or something. It's something Michigan Central or Central Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm immediately pulling footage off of my meta glasses, and like I'm looking at the other footage that like people are posting.
Yeah.
And like, let's say a stage is 60 seconds. I will next match, make 3 of those sandwiches. I'll handle the last one for you.
I got you. Big John, I got you.
But like I'm obsessively looking at what I did and didn't do. Or like there's one thing that sticks out in my mind from the Mitten State footage is when I'm coming around a barricade, I drop the gun and then I bring it back up. I was like, well, there's 2 seconds right there.
Yeah, for sure.
And if I don't look at it right away, I forget about it.
the thing I notice, like in the moment, John will agree, Matt will agree, I'm sure H-Town will agree. In the moment, you're telling yourself, all right, I got to move on this stage. I got to move. And, beep goes off. You're shooting, you get your time. Okay, that wasn't bad. I did okay. I got my targets. I missed one, but I was moving. But you watch the footage and you're like, I wasn't moving at all.
No.
Like I can pick it up a little bit, at least for me. Maybe everybody else notices that with themselves. I notice, like, I think I'm moving. And then I watch it and I'm like, dude, I probably could have shaved a good 3-4 seconds picking them feet up a little bit faster.
Yeah, and I don't want to start watching footage during the match.
No, not at all.
But I will watch a lot of I try to watch 3 or 4 people that go in front of me.
Yes.
Number 1, because I want to make sure that I understand the stage.
Yes.
But number 2, it's like I want to see what their pace is. And then because I'm an insane person, I'm like, I want to beat down.
Yeah, exactly. There's
So,
nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing. Like if I notice
they're going, I want to go a lot faster.
Yeah, like, all right, your time's 48, you got 52, you got 57, you got 39. I'm like, ooh, 39. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's a good motivator. But as far as exactly like day of match, I wear this. I have like this 6-pack of striped socks, black socks, white stripes. I always wear those during a match. I don't know why. Like the last 3 competitions I've done.
So you've got a little bit of superstition to it?
I guess. But I just, those are my socks. Those are what I wear. I got like a couple pairs of really nice draws that I feel don't bunch up no matter how bad I'm sweaty. I use the ball powder and the powder, or the ball lotion powder, like that comes on as a lotion and it dries as a powder.
Yep.
And then I even powder. You don't need any chafing. Do it throughout the day. And then I always listen to a little bit of Bloodsport soundtrack,
Nice.
Get myself in the mindset. And then afterwards, I've been trying to drink Topo Chicos, but Costco's been sold out of them lately, and it's trying to drive me nuts.
Ooh.
So yeah, afterwards, if anybody's handing out beers, I'll probably drink one after the fact.
What's your like stage start? So where they're like when you step up, and then they're like, all right, like sight picture, like your load and make ready procedure.
I learned this last year. Even if the first stage, you take your sight picture. Hey, shooter, you check your sight picture. Okay, you check it, turn it on. Yep, that's good. Check it at every stage.
Yeah.
Even if you know that thing's on because you turned it on the first stage, check it every stage. The sun changes different angles. Cloud coverage changes.
Each bay is going to have different lighting.
Yeah, exactly. And even like I pulled out last year, I pulled out my small Galil just for that little hoser stage. I was like, oh, this is perfect for an 8-inch Galil. Didn't even turn the optic on.
Yeah.
And I should have. It was first target, like shooter, you ready? Beep. And I take like 3 steps, lift the gun up, and I'm like, there's no optic. I'm like, it should be like right there. And I just start shooting. I should have just called stop right there. It took me 5 seconds. I could have just been like, whoa, hold on. I don't have my optic on.
Yeah.
But I just went with it, and then I turned it on mid-match. Stupid move on my part. But yeah, check your optic at every stage. It seems redundant and stupid. You're like, no, I'm good. I don't need a sight picture. I was just at this stage, 30 minutes ago, and I checked it. Check it at every stage. Like I said, lighting changes. And like you said, stages are different. Sometimes you're under a canopy. Sometimes you're wide out in the open. It's just check it. Because there's been a couple times at Mitten State, I clicked it up or I clicked it down 1 or 2, depending on cloud coverage, etc. Announcement, ladies and gentlemen, KB April 10 through 12.
Ooh.
KB April 10 through 12.
Clash.
You heard it from H-Town here. Midwest Savage reporting.
Live on the scene.
Live on the scene. Thank you for the update, H-Town. You're my guy. Mi amigo.
For me, even before if I am in the hole, I yell at myself every second. Body moves faster than the mind.
You know what? That's not bad, dude. If you just, because like it's a huge mental game. Like if I notice, like let's say, okay, let's just say the stage is, we'll say there's 5 placements, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's 5 spots you got to move to. If I'm on that 3rd spot and I notice I'm taking more than like 3 shots to hit a target, like if it's steel, that's when I'm in my own head. Move. Start moving. So I get that. I get in my own head if I notice I'm not moving as fast as I would hope to be.
If I kind of, when I'm on the clock, my mind is pretty quiet if I'm prepped, meaning like if I have my stage plan ready and if I feel ready, it's just kind of like go and execute. And
Yeah.
I'm more like counting in my mind where it's like position 1, 3,
Yeah.
position 2, 5, position 4, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if I am in the hole, I check all my mags where like I'm pushing down to
Yep.
make sure that like everything's free in case there's anything wrong. Positioning them so like, hey, I've got this in here, pulling up, making sure that like my mag pouch hasn't failed for whatever reason. You know, I'm looking over my rifle. Like, is there anything loose? You know, I witness marked pretty much anything. Just taking a look to make sure that, you know, everything's good. I'll wiggle my optic a little bit, just make sure that everything's set there. Step up to the line. Before they take the chamber flag out, I say the entire stage.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going here in this shooting position. I'm looking at these. Then I'm going over here. I'm taking the mag, taking the shot down there. I'm going around. I'm going over here. Partially, it's for me. So then I'm saying what I am going to do. Partially, it's so then the RO can correct me if I'm describing anything wrong. So then, like, I know exactly what I need to do on that stage. From there, you know, okay, let me take a sight picture. Sight picture's up. I point to like 3 or 4 different spots around the bay to make sure that my dot or my reticle looks the way that I want it to look on all of those targets.
Yep.
Because there are some times where, like, if you're using a prism and it's like, I don't have it on, and then I come up and it's black on black at target, and I'm like, well, I can't see anything. I gotta click this one on.
Check that optic, bro.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like mag in, brass checks are free.
Yeah.
Like, especially on an AK, even in AR, like AK, I'm rocking, I'm locking, and then I'm jiggling it to make sure that it doesn't come out.
Oh, yeah.
AR, I'm pushing up, pulling down because I can, you know, making sure that it's locked in there. On an AR, I lock the bolts back first. Mag goes in, release using the ping pong paddle. Brass check that, check in, make sure that it's going home. You know, release it forward. If it's got a forward assist, I tap that once. Otherwise, there's a scallop cut on the bolt of an AR. I just take my thumb and I just push on that. And typically that'll be enough to get it to seat. If it doesn't, AK is the same thing. Rock it in, charge it back, pull it back a little bit. Just make sure that, you know, brass check it. I'll even use my fingers sometimes just to make sure that I can get in there and everything looks good. Push it back in, just give it one good tap on the charging handle. And from there, we're shooting. Yeah. But like the brass check, if there's one thing that I have to do, I don't describe the stage every single time. If it's all in front of you, it's just like, okay, you know, don't be an idiot. But the brass check is something that I do every single time because there's nothing worse than you get up there and click.
I think I brass check because of you, because every time you have been my RO the last 3 coming up on 4 years at Thunder, you would always say, get your sight picture. You good? You loaded? Brass checks are free. So every time I get up on, you know, next shooter, you know, come up here and brass checks are free. And I always say it in my head and I check. But my ritual is like, if I'm on deck, that's when I start to cut everybody off. I haven't done it a lot, but lately I've been doing it. Like I'm on deck. I don't talk to nobody. Get away from me. I'm checking my mags. I'm loading my mags up, making sure everything's secure. I got my rifle, adjusting sling if necessary, checking, you know, looking down or pointing the rifle up, checking sight picture before they ask me to. And then once I'm on deck, I'll stand there behind whoever's getting ready. I'll just have my rifle on my belt and I just watch them. And I'm like, all right, they moved here. Okay, maybe they could have stepped here a little bit more instead. They could have definitely leaned over and got that. I'm like in the zone. And like we talked about it with Zach and Kyle. Like I kind of at the point now to where I kind of feel kind of like an asshole because somebody will come up to me, hey man, and I'm just like, no. You know, like I don't listen to anybody. Like once I'm on deck, you can talk to me all you want. I'm not listening to you. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not. I'm trying to get in the zone here. You know, otherwise I'll be bullshitting with somebody. Martin, you're up next. Oh shit, hold on, let me grab my rifle. You know, and then you're not in the right mindset. You're a little flustered at that point. You should have been paying attention. That's my pre and post. And
well, I also think that's important to recognize if. Like you want to go up and talk to somebody. Yeah. Like, hey, if they're on deck, don't go up and bother them.
Oh, I don't bother nobody.
Like kind of respect the day. Respect.
Even after a man is done shooting, I don't talk to them till they walked away from the stage. They emptied their rifle. I see them take their deep breath that they're done. And then once they like walk away and they got like, you can see that they get it off their shoulders, then I'll start talking to you. Yeah. Unless it's like you or Tommy or Jeff, I'll start bullshitting with you guys as soon as, you know, you're clear. I'll joke around with you. But like random people or like somebody that shot really good, I give them a second, you know, let them decompress a tad.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a good question. This is gonna be a good one. AK Viking, boxers or briefs, and why do boxers suck? First off, they don't. And if you're still wearing briefs, you're a grown man. What are you doing? That's my reply. Paul, your
I
take on
do
this.
boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, boxers suck. I'll give them that.
yeah.
I've been boxer briefs for years.
Yeah. I just listen. When you got the angle of the dangle hanging around,
Yeah.
you gotta put the package away. Otherwise, you're gonna
That's what I'm saying,
slap the
dude.
ice cream out of a
You gotta make
baby's
sure that
hand.
bad boy's tied down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't worn like legit boxers. Fuck, I think I was like in middle school. And then I was like, what are these? Like, I accidentally bought boxer briefs once in high school, and I was like, oh, actually, these are way better.
Oh, I think I don't know. It's been a long time, but like if you're for me, it's kind of like a performance thing where it's like if you're gonna go out for a run or if you're playing a sport, like you've got the compression shorts on already. Like it's just kind of the natural progression of things.
What's the crowd think? Are you guys boxers, briefs, free balling, boxer briefs, thongs? I mean, I'd like to know.
Sarongs.
Yeah. But yeah, boxer briefs are the way to go. And like I said, lotion powder. They even have the Gold Bond like powder stick. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's like a deodorant stick, but you just you wax up the thighs, and it gets them super slippery. So like nothing's sticking to that thigh all day, whether it be sack and or draws. You know what I'm saying? But that's the way.
I mean, I do think that sometimes people forget about like, hey, this is still kind of a sport.
Yeah,
you should probably, like try to wear something athletic.
Tommy gives me shit for wearing pants that I feel comfortable in. He like wants me to wear tight pants. He's like, look,
that's because he's European. He wants everybody to wear Pumas and chinos and
he's just like
jeans that literally like crease your balls.
Hell yeah, Matt. He was breaking it down to me at KCON. He's like, dude, I understand we both grew up around Chicago. He's like, we're both, grew up in the 90s. He's like, dude, but you can't be wearing baggy pants like that. I'm like, what are you talking about baggy? These are loose fit. I can move in these. He's like, dude, you gotta get some tighter clothes. And I was like, no way. I was like, dude, if I can feel my pants touching my calves and or hugging my thighs, those are too small. I'm a roomy guy. I'm a husky. Okay. I'm a husky fella.
If you were on a stage and your pants got like torn, or like caught on something or something like that, I could see the argument for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bagging, sagging Barry running around. I'm not wearing Boss jeans or Jinkos.
Yeah, just wear stuff that's comfortable because the rest of your day is already going to be uncomfortable anyways.
Yeah. Whatever, Tommy. Keep your tight pants. Love you. But so that knocks out the boxer briefs issue. Log Dog wants to know, what is your favorite caliber for comps? I mean, I don't know if we're talking pistol or rifle or Paul. We'll break it down like this. Would you rather shoot a 2.23 or a 7.62 at an AK competition?
7.62.
Yeah.
I'm a
traditionalist.
I haven't shot that in a long time, but I shot tens of thousands of rounds of 7.62, especially at AK competitions. I just feel like 7.62 is like, it's just kind of more fun to shoot. Like you hit steel at 100 yards with 7.62 by 39. And it's like throwing a brick through a sheet glass window.
Dude, you can hear it still at least, well, it's probably a little different at KCON because all the trees around, but out here at my range, I can hear when I hit 500.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it rings.
Yeah.
Now, I primarily shoot 5.56 because it's just the nature of where we live at.
Right.
Now, I'm also not going to sit here and say that you can be just as fast with 7.62 39 as you can with 5.56.
No. I mean, let's be honest.
You can get close.
Yeah.
But like it's never gonna be like the 1-for-1.
Look at H-Town dropping dollars over here, 5.45.
That's the God's honest answer right there. Is like a 5.45 in an AK-74 platform is like just.
I didn't bring it up because so many people are not spending that money these days.
No, but like back in the day, if you got some stacked deep, like that's kind of the premier.
Yeah.
But between the two of them, if I had my choice, it'd be 7.62 39. However, if you truly want to chase trophies and you don't have divisions that are delineated by caliber, you got to go for 5.56.
Yeah.
It used to be that the magazines for 5.56 were like, what did you have? It was like SAR mags.
Scarce. Yeah.
And like like some other kind of like a BS that was out there, or you'd have to
Trying to
find some
think
like
of
Steel Narinkos or something like that.
The hell's the
Now, I mean, we just ordered.
Wagers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think those didn't work and everything. So
Those
they were
were, like,
very tricky
yeah.
for the gun.
Yeah, I mean 5.56 mags have come a long way. Like
We just ordered some 45 rounders.
Yeah, I haven't been in the AK game for very long, like some people, but I just know like when I first got a 5.56, it was I think it was my M90, and it was very picky. And then like the WBPs were a little bit better, but like from since 5 years ago when I first started buying AKs, the availability for 5.56 AKs has definitely skyrocketed, and the magazine choice has definitely gotten better and more plentiful.
Pistol 9mm. There's no other answer.
Who's going to run around shooting 40 at a competition?
Like the caliber war that was out there in like 2010, it kind of made sense when you had the Clinton ban going on, where everybody was just running like everybody just kind of had 10-round mags. I wasn't around during this time, but this is just kind of what has been relayed to me. But it's like, okay, like maybe getting up into major is a little bit more important, and like 9 didn't have all the different weights that were out there, and there's something to be said about like 40, and then maybe there was 45. 9 has just completely won. There's no other. If you go to a competition, 99% of people are shooting 9. 0.5% of people are shooting 45, and then 0.25% of people are shooting, maybe 40. And then show is there
10mm. Yeah, like a psychotic bastard that you're
but there's 9mm is the only. I was about to say it's the only caliber pistol I have, but I've got a 357 revolver, and then I've got a couple of 22s.
I think I got 9, 40, and 45. Yeah, I think that's right.
I like
380.
Actually, I do have I've got a 380.
Yeah,
I've got a little Beretta 84 BB. You know what? If you only had to pick 2 for what's out there, 9 and 45.
Oh, I'm with you.
Because like I like 1911s.
I'm
not saying that they're like you're going to go out and you're going to win competitions with them.
Dude, there's so much stigma on 1911s. People, they jam. They're terrible. I've got some base level 1911s. Like I have a Ruger SR 1911.
Fantastic.
I love it. And then I've got a Magnum Research. They call it a baby Desert Eagle, but it's really like a concealed carry 1911 is all it is. And I mean, it's snappy as shit because it's like a fucking 4-inch, maybe 3.75-inch barrel on that thing.
Yeah, like a commander or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Officer, I forget
the nomenclature. It looks decent and it's fun. But yeah, I'm with you. 9 and 45 are my 2 pistol calibers.
If you only had to pick 2, I think that you could be happy with both of those. And I think it's the same thing in the AK space, where it's just like you got 30 cal, which is like the big bore, and then you've got 223, 5.56, which is the small bore.
And we all know M96 Lemon Grenade doesn't like 5.56 AKs, but I don't care, Brad.
So my thing is, his arguments are well founded.
Yeah,
he
makes good points.
It'd be different if somebody was just coming in and just being like, no, but like everything that there's nothing wrong about what he says, and he doesn't need me to say that. But like I watch his videos and I want to be mad, and I'm just like, nah, that's a good.
But that's what blows my mind is people watch his videos and they instantly just rabble and start chasing with torches. But like, you don't have to like what I like. I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate birthday cake. Some people do. I'm a vanilla guy. Some people say cucumbers are better pickled. It's whatever. It doesn't have to be everybody. That's like now we're getting into politics. That's almost like the liberal way of thinking. This is what I like, so you should think just like me. No, I don't have to. That's not how it works. There's opinions and options for everybody.
Yeah. What do we got next?
Log Dog asked me this question. I'm gonna kind of rephrase it because he was just asking me goofy shit.
Here, you gotta pull this for the thumbnail.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me get the microphone out of the way. God damn it. Hold on.
All right, there we go.
Okay, that's a good one.
We're professionals at this.
Would you attach a grenade launcher to your rifle, or would you carry it separate? And I'm gonna add in an action movie.
I'd carry it separate.
Macaroni and cheese,
I'd carry it separate, even though I do have the Predator, like the handguard that he has on his A2.
Yeah.
And and I always thought that I was going to go out and get like an M203 to put it on there, but it's just kind of like they're affordable, but like, what am I going to do with the ammo? Kind of blah, blah, blah. But if you need your rifle to be like a rifle and be able to be like shot and not just like suck.
Yeah.
Like they kind of have like the standalone, the 302s, which, I mean, you've probably seen them in Battlefield, but it's like, they just have a stock and then it's just a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Like just have one of those. And then when you're done with it, stash in your backpack. And then you can just have a rifle that doesn't have like an extra 10 pounds out on the end of your barrel.
I've been wanting to have a separate grenade launcher since I think 1994 when I first saw Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
And where he's got the M79.
Yeah, he's got that, and he's got the bandolier.
Yep.
Just loaded with them. I'm like, yeah, dude. Why wouldn't you want to walk around and look badass like that?
Now people will say it's more weight. It's really not. It's just where you're putting the weight at, and it just makes both of them kind of worse.
I hit the bench. I can handle some upper weight on me. So like,
it's all the way out to the at the end of the gun. I understand if you're in a mechanized infantry battalion, like, hey, we've got the grenadier and it force multiplier, blah blah blah. I'm not in a mechanized infantry battalion. So like for me too, it's just like, hey, I'm on my rifle. Somebody can come over, and if they need to use a grenade launcher, they can just take the grenade launcher here. They don't have to take my whole rifle with them. And then it's kind of like a shareable for what's out there. And then with the bandolier, you can just kind of take it off and go from there.
You throw it at somebody. Say your grenade launcher takes a shit. You take that bandolier off and chuck it at somebody like a set of boas.
And then just
dude,
hook it over to him, which has happened in a ton of different action movies that I'm trying to think of, and I'm drawing a blank on. Rifle grenades are always stupid. They're always dumb. Because if you're
even on an SKS,
because if you're shooting
like that, Charlie,
you either have to empty the gun, wait for it to be empty, then put a blank in, then put the grenade on, or do it grenade on and then blank, and then you shoot it. But either way,
even if it
just
comes to
kind of doesn't work.
Even if it comes to just the drip, say it's not a practicality thing, say you don't have to use it, I would rather have a separate grenade launcher.
I'd rather have a separate grenade launcher.
That would make a way better photo op. If you have like a rifle,
the dual nods, and then you've got one rifle here, and then you're holding up this. I mean, it's like, and then you got the big beard. You could sell 1,000.
A Twix candy bar hanging out your pocket.
Yeah,
peanut butter. All right, optics. Let's dive into optics. We're an hour in. This is going.
Any more really random questions from people?
I've got Log Dog asked. No, I asked both of Log Dogs. Dismantle Government Cheese asked favorite discipline to shoot. Best.
Oh man, single rifle and 2-gun.
Yeah, I'm a single rifle 2-gun man. I mean, mostly because that's all I've shot. I've shot a couple little just pistols. I think
USPSA is fun, but USPSA is a lot like chess, where just everybody is kind of like got it figured out.
That's why I jumped into my board member speech. They're so old, they're doing IDPA now, and like they don't want to have fun. I'm going this Saturday to get certified to be an IDPA range officer. It's not what I want, but it's practice, and I'm going to do it.
It's like, just because I have preferences doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to go out and shoot other stuff.
Yeah. Well, just like looking at the rules, like you can only have so much steel per stage. It has to be like, I forget what it is. It's like 10% or like no more than X amount of percent of targets per stage can be steel. And I'm like, dude, I'm a steel man of steel, But it's whatever.
All that stuff is so close, like especially with the paper.
Yeah.
It's not like you're taking 50-yard shots.
No, it's practice. Practice is practice, and so I'm gonna probably do a couple IDPA matches locally, just to get the reps in. Because other than that, it's me setting up targets, shooting pistol by myself at the range. So if I can add a little more movement and stuff into it,
you need to have shots on the clock in front of people. Under slight stress.
Yes, exactly.
Because and it doesn't matter what that is, whether that's Steel Challenge or PRS or Bullseye, like just something that puts a little bit of like ball in your hands.
Yep.
You need to perform. And it's like you have to do it now.
Yeah.
because otherwise it's just kind of like you can go to the range and like burn.
Yeah, you
100
can go to the
rounds,
range,
and it's
jerk
like, did we
off
learn
all
anything
day, and
today?
just shoot the targets. You know where they're at. You set it up rather than
Yep.
turning a corner and seeing a stage you didn't set up, so it's new to you. It's a good practice. It's good practice regardless of how you feel about it. All right, optics. We got it's Daisu, ITZDAISU. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. There's no I can't really put it into like Google Translate to pronounce it. But companies to avoid as far as optics. Like what would you stay away from? I mean, you can start honestly and go for the low hanging fruit here and be like, don't buy a True Glow.
Yeah,
Don't buy-
anything out there that looks like. Do you remember the red dot from like the original Call of Duty 4?
There's so many.
Where it's just kind of like it just like projects up onto
like a
the,
sight
like-
mark.
Yeah, sight
Yeah.
mark. I'm just
But I
looking
mean,
at Fleet Farm right now.
rule of thumb to me, okay, rifle optic and pistol optic, I guess, can go two different ways here. But if you're not paying, I'd say close to and or over $150 to $200. Like I think the cheapest I would go is the 150, and that's just only because Primary Arms makes. I think I bought a micro red dot for my little what fucking gun is that I have that's that small. I think it's a Canic. That little bitty thing I brought the Tommies. I think that was a small Canic. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
it
a,
is.
a tiny little Canic. That was
Yeah.
like $110 red dot. And it doesn't have a shake awake. It doesn't have the solar backup. It's just a little bitty red dot, and it was like
Yeah.
$110, and it works. So I wouldn't put that on a rifle, but for a little concealed carry pistol, yeah, sure, why not? But like, don't buy anything that's cheaper than $150 and put it on anything that you want to trust.
Anything that's like airsoft grade, I
Yeah.
would also. I haven't heard of this one. H-Town
Yeah, me neither.
Fuyaichi
You might have
reflex
to look
sight.
that. Paul, pull that up for me.
Let me see if I can find that here.
But like I have a few there's see it's such a wide spectrum for me.
yeah,
because
these
I
are
can-
these are actually the exact ones that I was talking about.
Okay.
Like they're just kind of this Chinesium crap that you just see everywhere.
Monstrum. Now see that's one I've seen pop up. Let me pull it back up.
I have a lot of Monstrum mounts actually, and I don't necessarily have a problem
Just
with them.
by looking at that, I can tell I wouldn't want to buy it.
No.
It
Like
just
any
looks-
of these,
That
like no
glass,
way.
like the glass on the front here, these front projector ones, that looks like plastic. It doesn't
Yeah.
even look like a good glass.
Anything that has like the multi-use stuff where it's like it also has a laser or like any gimmicks that are attached to it,
Yeah.
you can pretty much just guarantee like
This has
don't-
4
don't-
different colored reticles and 5 shapes
Yeah.
and a laser, and it's $75. Like no.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like there's some brands where they have like there are some Bushnell sites that I would recommend, but I
Yeah.
don't think that I would recommend their red dots.
Yeah.
And there's like some other like private label stuff out there that I don't think that I
what's the
would.
one Riton, Riton. Check that out for me. That's some cheap optic I won on a raffle. I think it was like a $20 ticket, and they sold like 8 of them.
Yeah, I just like there's so many of these companies where it's just like I've never heard of you before, and for $200, just go get a Holosun.
Yeah, see, that's the rough part. If you're a company like let's say there's a company that makes legit half decent optics for a really good price, it's going to be hard for you to succeed for a while because
Yeah.
there's already good companies out there that sell stuff at such a decent price point. Like I said, Primary Arms, I'll back them up. Holosun sells some good stuff for not too much.
I personally would not recommend a Mepro light, not because there's anything wrong with them, but their glass is like shaded.
Yeah.
And it's like
Is it that blue tint?
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
kind of gets like impossible to see things. And for $500, there's just better options that are necessarily out there. Now, mind you, all of this is 100% for competition use. I also personally don't like clone optics. The only one that I actually do enjoy is the carry handle mounted Brownell's 4X.
Yeah.
Which is it's a retro reissue, but it's like a Colt. It's got Japanese glass. Like there's kind of a lot that like went into that. But like the Seymour sites,
I've been
they're
curious.
$330, and like the Chinese ones are just as good.
Yeah.
So
Now, see, I think I
not
started.
for that.
I've had like a progression of optics over the years. Like I started with primary arms because they're cheap and they're not. You know, you don't hear a lot of people trashing primary arms. I've heard more good about them than bad.
There's a couple of primary arms sites that I wouldn't recommend.
There's some I have I wasn't too big of a fan of, but there's other ones I have where I'm like, damn, this is awesome for what it is.
So if we're sticking with the ones that
I can't wait to talk about this, Matt. Go ahead, Paul. We're gonna discuss this.
The ones that I wouldn't recommend from primary arms, I don't think they make anymore.
I don't like the SLX. I think I'm saying it right. I sold it. Oh no, I didn't sell it. It's still sitting over there. Nobody bought it. The MD25, I think it is.
Are we only going to talk about rifle optics right now, or do you want to talk about pistol?
We can touch on both of them. I'm just saying, like for me, because I like. Okay, for me, it's good. I do like if you want to go cheap to most expensive, I go primary arms, Holosun, and then I jump straight to Trijicon and then Aimpoint. Those are like that's what I go. Yeah. Those are my go-tos.
Do you want to talk about the MRO right now?
I actually do because I'm curious here. Because I was in the market last week and then I changed my mind because I had 2 MROs and they were dog shit. I hated them. And for being a Trijicon product, it upset me because it bloomed like ridiculously just as a red dot itself. And it was, I mean, that glass is like a little bit bigger. It seems like it's bigger, a little bit bigger than a quarter almost. I mean, it's a wide window.
I had one of the Gen 1 MROs.
Yep.
And it was like a fisheye. It was like a 1.1x.
Yeah.
Which threw me off because red dots, I want to shoot both eyes open, and I couldn't with that one, so I sold it. I've now looked through their SD, which is on primary arms.
And the HDs.
Is almost $600.
Yeah.
And I think the HD is even more, and they haven't fixed the problem. So
okay, I've watched a lot of videos of this in the past 2 weeks. This is the rundown on those. They claim that the HD, which now is just the dot and the 64 MOA circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They claim that definitely doesn't have the 1.1. It's a true 1. Okay. They claim that the dot is a lot cleaner than the original MRO. But the complaints I've heard from some people is you can actually see the laser board, like where the laser comes off of, if you hit it at just the right angle on your glass.
Yep.
So you get kind of like that Death Star looking weird, circuit board shit on your glass if you're at the right angle, which I think I could probably look past, but that was kind of a deterrent for me. And then right here, Matt's saying this. I heard the clicks are not loud at all.
Nope.
Like somebody legit said I actually was reading about it, I think yesterday. Somebody said if you're at the gun range with other people, like it's going to be a terrible time for you to sight in because you can't hear shit. You can't feel the clicks. You can't hear them. It's terrible. But that's the HD, and the SD is just the dot. There's no circle. And they claim with that one, the window's a tad smaller because there's like a collar on the inside.
Yep.
So it's not as wide. And then they say that one has a little bit more of a parallax than the HD.
They also have one that they call the Patrol out here, which is absolutely massive.
If I was rich, I'd have a lot of 3X avoid. Like you would do just 3X flip ups, because that's my go-to right now. I'm a 3X flip up guy.
For Trijicon has essentially just made
ACOGs. He'd have a lot of 3X ACOGs.
Trijicon, if you're going to buy something from them, just buy the ACOG.
I've never had one yet.
What is it? The RMR that's also out there, which is like the original pistol dot sight.
Yeah.
They're still $492. Just buy Holosun. The RCR, which is the enclosed emitter. I've seen a ton of problems with those.
That. Yeah.
I don't.
And that's like the Arcos, the Aimpoint Arcos. That's like a mailbox.
Yeah.
Arco.
I don't really like those.
A lot of people say that builds up moisture.
And
I've had one Holosun where it was enclosed like a little box.
Yeah.
And I think I had it for like 3 weeks and I put it on Reddit because I was like, I do not like this.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like enclosed optics. That one was the Holosun 509T, which our buddy John has, and he's going to be in the chat. He's going to be like, it's fantastic.
I have the Trijicon on my pistols now. I have a Trijicon RMR HD and I love it. And then what do I have on my other pistol? I actually have the EOTech optic on the Beretta that I'm messing with right now. And I don't mind that. I've only dry fired with it and messed around with it. I haven't taken it out to shoot it yet, but I don't mind it. And I heard a lot of people saying they didn't like it, But right now, just goofing around aspect, I don't mind it. We'll see. We'll see. What it, real fire in the shit out in the battlefield feels like. But
Yeah. The best pistol dot is the Holosun 507 comp.
okay, that's your opinion. That's if you were
No,
to pick if you were to pick a pistol dot, that's you.
No, that like by far, if you want a pistol dot for competition, it's 507.
Okay,
It's the
and I
big
think
window. It's definitely
Possum also had. We'll touch on Possum's other insights, but he suggested the 507 comp as well.
That's the only one where if you're like, man, I actually want to kind of like go out there and be a little bit serious about it, just get the 507.
Look, Big John says mailboxes are life. Wait till you have an open emitter get dirty. Big John, let me tell you something. Get your steps in and develop some heavy lungs, because if your open emitter gets dirty, you blow that bad boy right out. All right, I don't want to hear no shit.
If we want to talk about ACOGs, the only one that anybody should get is the TA11. All the other ones, I don't know how much that
How
one
many
is.
doll hairs is that? Because we're not selling anything on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're clearly doing research.
The TA11 is the 3.5 by 35, but it has the most eye relief.
I can't do a dedicated 3.
Yeah, you like 2, which is also kind of weird.
It is weird that I like 2, but I've tried a 3 and it's just too much. If I'm doing a dedicated 3, I gotta have an offset. I can't do a 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. I love 3. I love the option of the 3 flip up, which is what I actually have put on my Krebs. Was the Big John? I'll agree with you right here that the mailbox, the 512 gold, I think is what I'm thinking of here. I love that, and I have a 3X on that. And that's what I have on the 23 right now. Because that 5 is it the 512, Paul? Are you checking that out? The gold dot?
Yes.
Holosun? Yeah, that thing fucks. And I'll fight anybody who has anything to say. And they don't make it anymore. That's what pisses me off. They have a titanium version available right now. But I think like what's there is there. Like from what Adam told us, they're moving to the Ames, which I'm not sold on that yet. I'm sorry, Adam. I love you. But
I've got the Ames Max right here, which isn't even mine. It's John's, but I was playing around with it to see if it's something I wanted.
High five for the SROs. I'm with you on that one, H-Town.
The SRO has distortion on the edges that get to me.
Clean it.
No, they all do. Like I've looked through plenty of them.
I love my SROs.
The circle on a circle isn't something that I am necessarily also like super thrilled about.
You don't like the 65 MOA circle?
No, the like how it's a circle and then
like
you have a dot in the middle of it. No.
You're talking about a 65.
I'm not talking about the dot itself. I'm talking about the housing is a circle.
Oh, on the SRO?
Yeah, I don't like
Get
that.
out of here.
No, square.
You're out of here.
They've got a 5 MOA dot.
512
is awesome.
Hell
yeah, I agree with that. The Vortex
Big John with
Defender
the
series,
titanium 512 Vortex Defender. I have looked through one and I've handled one. I haven't shot one, but from what I've seen through it, just looking through the glass, it was the bigger one. I enjoyed it. And I believe my boss, who's not my boss, who I answer to at work, but he's not my boss, just ordered one. And I have to see what he says about that. I don't know if the only
thing that I would wish that they would stop doing is putting the checkering on the front, because that was when red dots were first coming out on pistols.
Everybody's beating them on a table.
That's super dumb. Get rid of that. The only one worth buying here is going to be the XL. The other ones are just like a little bit too small. Yeah. But I like their button layouts, and that you can get them where they're like actually really low on the pistol, which is something that I like. You can get them in a 2 MOA or a 5 MOA or an 8 MOA.
8.
The 8 is massive, but it's like if you want to shoot fast, the 8 is actually pretty good. But if I had my choice between the two, all three of those, I go for the 2 MOA or the 5 MOA.
Okay, so what's your preferred pistol?
Oh, we're still on optics here. I want to get into some fistfights here. Sig Romeo 8T.
I'm looking it up right now.
Is this the one that has like 2 things that are?
Oh, that's that weird looking thing. It's almost like an Ames from Sig. It's like a Huey, their version of a Huey with the door.
It's a 2 MOA ballistic circle dot where it's got holdovers on it.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. available. One for $700 and one for $730. I don't know what the difference between them is though.
Oh, it does have the holdovers. Okay. Now, see, I forgot to mention EOTech.
Oh, one's FTE.
I have an EOTech with 2 dots on it. One's for.
But aren't they like super close and completely unusable?
It depends. I haven't tried it at long distance. Like the one I have is 2 dots. It's 51 or 5200, and then the other dot is 500. I haven't tested that out. I've just bought it, and it's actually on the gun right behind me as we speak. It's on this 5.56 WBP, all J-Mac'd out.
I like the EOTechs.
It's like
I don't
4
know
reticles. Did you see Moisha's setup for Mitten State?
So that one is probably the smartest one, which I forget. It's a SIG, right?
It's a SIG something. That's H-Town. He probably knows SIG or
When
H-Town.
you flip over the magnifier, it has like a magnet in it where then it gives you the holds, but then when you flip it back, it just turns it into a singular dot, which kind of gives you the best of both worlds. The EXPS3, is that the one that you're talking about? No, that just has a little chevron at the bottom. The DCR.
It'll be the EXPS 2/2, I think, or 3/2.
The Holosun 512 is still the best the EOTech 512 is still the best EOTech that's ever been made. I do like the XPS2s.
Big Matt's an irons guy. He can never find the dot on the pistol. Dry fire, dude.
Grip and vision.
Dry fire. That's how I got better at finding the dot on my pistol. A lot of dry fire in the garage here.
Some of the EOTechs can be kind of cringy. Yours is the EXPS2 within the circle 2 dot.
Yeah.
What's the holdover for the 2 dot though? Because that's the thing.
It's 5200 and then 500 is the bottom dot.
That's weird.
But then you also have to figure. No, I like it. I haven't taken it to 500 yet. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah,
the
one that has 4 dots on
that's insane.
Yeah,
I think Moisha had 3
for that one.
So I would think Moisha's would be exactly what mine was. I think his would have been 50, 200, 3, and 5, maybe.
So this one is 5200 and then 400, 500, and 600.
No, that's insane.
That is too many.
And
you have the circle that's on there. They're so close together that they're just going to blur together.
Yeah. See, now I like having the circle on my EOTech. I have it on my Holosun because that gives me a good range of how far I need to just take the middle dot.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. And as far as pistol optics go, I'm a Trijicon RR HD guy all day. Fight me. Yeah.
I mean, that's at least.
But Possum is here waving the Holosun flag. He says the 503G ACSS, the 510C, the 507 comp, no sight marks. Possum's a Holosun guy till the day he dies, it sounds like.
That it's just so easy to just go out and say, like, hey, I'm going to buy a Holosun. But if you're going to buy a Holosun, if it's a red dot, you want the battery tray to be on the side. You don't want it to be on the bottom of your red dot. I don't even know.
The only one I have where the bottom, mine's on the bottom, is that cheap Primary Arms I bought, but whatever. And then the SIG one I had. Their battery was on the bottom and it was a piece of shit because like when you adjusted it, the screw came all the way the hell out. And I sent them an email and they're like, oh, we'll send you the brand new dot we just made. And I'm like, yeah, you better. And they did.
There's like
actually, I think that's on my CZ somewhere. Oh, I can't hold guns here.
No. So rifle sights, the Ames is fantastic. Not the Ames Max, not this one. This one, it looks like you're like looking down a hallway.
Yeah.
Like it's just
too much.
It's just not for me. The Ames, the like base level one, I think is really good. They have the new ARO Evo that's out from Holosun, and the ARO, which is the replacement for. I can't even remember.
I'd like to borrow that Ames and do a comparison with the Huey, the Ames, and an EOTech, and the Holosun.
I don't know if the Arrow, if they have them with the battery tray on the side at all.
I love my aim point though. I won it in a competition. I'll probably never buy one. This one right here, just the comp, the T2 comp or whatever. That is one of the cleanest dots ever. It's just like an SRO.
What's the other one that you really liked? The 510?
Yeah.
Or
is it 12?
The 512 is fantastic. The 510 and the 510C.
510 is just is it just the tube?
No.
Are we
It's
talking
the
pistol still?
open one. No. Here, I can share my screen.
Oh no, I have a 510. I know what you're talking about. That's what I have on my Barreel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those aren't bad, but okay, Big John, I agree with you. That one, I'm always worried something's gonna get on it, and I'm not gonna be able to see my dot. But
Yeah.
I get my steps in.
The solar field is in kind of a weird spot for it too, and I don't like that the battery trays on the side. This is the one thing that Holosun really got wrong is these side battery trays.
They're a pain in the ass.
They're not even side battery trays, I should say, because there are other ones that are more side, but like the bottom ones, the like screws that they have are just like not good, and like the tools that they send with it are like a different like strength or something like that. So
I
you
think
strip a
it's
lot of them out.
Is it the Huey where it's got like a little flip up knob that you just twist and it pulls out? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I've got two Hueys.
But the SCRS I think is fantastic. I love these. These are definitely ones that I would recommend.
Let me put that up there. Now, see, I'm curious about this, but I don't think I'd like it. It just looks weird.
They're super
It's
small,
like a
which I
baby
really enjoy.
MRO.
Yeah. But they're really, really nice.
Okay.
They're really tactile, which is something that I also like. Yeah, the
I'm-
512 is like this giant mailbox, but
I love it, dude.
they kind of work out. But I think they have the same problem that all Holosuns have, which is what I'm describing. Also, for whatever reason, Holosun just never really got their like lockup system right.
Yeah.
Like these little things that are built into them, they all kind of suck.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth between that and the Huey on my M23
if you can find one that you can replace with just like a plate and then like actually spend some money to get like something else in there, so then you don't have like their integrated pick rail or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you have to do there.
Hmm.
I'm just really curious. Do all of their new arrows, which they're replacing, they're like 403 50C. The 403 and the 503 from Holosun were like the gold standard for red dots, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The 510 we already talked about. Ooh, the 515. These are fantastic, but the only one that is worth getting is going to be the ones that have
I think I have one of
where you have your battery on the side, because
No,
otherwise
the one I
it
have has
bumps the optic
uh,
up too high.
which is the one with the solar on the top.
That
That's what I have.
one.
That's right there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See 'em?
that one. I got that one.
I think, yeah, but to get the solar on the top, I think they always put the battery tray down on the bottom, which
Yeah.
this is.
And that one's a real pain in the ass. Them are like tiny little. That's like you have to keep the screwdriver that came with it.
This is the best red dot that Holosun makes, and it is the worst battery replacement system that Holosun has.
That's why I like the Huey, because you don't need a tool to replace the battery.
But these two are the goats. If you can get a 403 or a 503, especially right now, because I think they're being discontinued, and if you can get them for like in the mid 100s, go out.
Oh, dude, you can go on Reddit all day and get a 503 for $100 or less.
And I don't think that they're going to have anything in here because I think they're discontinuing them.
Oh,
But they're literally, if you can find them,
you know what?
Ames
I
is
understand.
discontinued? What the fuck?
I understand that they're getting rid of the 503 because it's cheap and they're going on to bigger and better things. But I think that's something they should just keep cranking out for like the base level. I just got started guy.
Dude, this one here, where you have like the rotary knob on the side that allows you to choose your brightness.
Yeah.
This is simply perfection.
Yeah.
Like they're indestructible. They're like, you know exactly where your brightness is at. Like you just crank it all the way to turn it off. This is like the best dot that Holosun ever made. And again, you can find these for stupid cheap that are out here.
I'm gonna jump into this next one because we only have like a couple. This is our last optic one, but this was again from Dismantle the Government Cheese.
Yeah.
The EOTech. He's an EOTech guy, not the Voodoo, and he loves the Vortex Razor.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're not a big LPVO guy, right?
I'm not, but I own. I have a Strike Eagle, and I think I have a Razor.
So which is the one that he didn't like? He likes EOTech, just not the Voodoo.
Yeah, not the Voodoo. And I've heard other people talk about not liking the Voodoo. But now they have one on DLD. This is funny because we just discussed this. Let me see if they still have it up for raffle. They have it's like a mini Voodoo with a red dot on top.
Okay.
Like that's how it comes, like already like for your viewing.
If
pleasure.
you were going to buy a Voodoo, if you want to shoot for speed, get the horseshoe reticle, and get in red or green or anything else. But this is probably the best one.
Oh my god, did they sell out on that thing already?
Vortex. If
How do you feel about Burris optics?
Their 22 optics are fine.
Okay.
Everything else I wouldn't even touch. Rifle scopes. If you are going to go out and get an LPVO, for some reason they have these advertised as like $4,000. You can find them for a lot cheaper. But if you're going to get an LPVO, get a 1-6, a 1-8. Anything more than that, I think it's just overkill. Like this 1-10, is $4,000. Here's the 1-6 for like half of that price.
Yeah.
I'd
say 1-6. Anything over 6, it's like, you gotta be like doing some real
razor line is
precision long distance
fantastic.
shit.
I'm trying to think of what else is
Here, hold on. I pulled this up for you. This is what I got going on right here. Right there, the EOTech 3-9, which I'm already not a fan of.
I'm curious about this
with the flex mount.
I just get an ACOG.
Now, see, that's the pistol. That's the pistol sight I have on the Beretta. Is it still on your screen? Because I'm on a different screen right now. Yeah, I don't like LPVOs with an optic on top. To me, it's weird. We discussed this in the podcast coming out Sunday.
If you're gonna run something, run a canted, because otherwise your height over bore just gets silly.
It's to me, it's an easier movement to go from just sighting in like this, like normally would, and then just tilting it a little bit rather than bring your head up to look and try to find another dot.
If you Sucker on the 512 is a better lockup than the Ames Max, 100%. For some reason on the Ames Max, like this here, like it just kind of, it's not good.
Yeah.
I wanted this to be a good optic, and it probably is for someone, but they made it wider and not taller.
You said that's Big John's?
Yeah.
Big John, I want to borrow that to make a review on that. And like I said, the other optics look similar to that, but we'll discuss that later, or you can just give me a thumbs up in the comments. I appreciate you, big guy, and I'll let you borrow whatever you want.
If you're going to go out and get an LPVO, I think the best bang for your buck is going to be the Strike Eagle line.
I was just going to say that the Strike Eagle, for what you're getting out of it. I mean, I think I can't even remember what I paid for mine, but it was cheap. I think I have a 1-6. And it wasn't, I think the 1-6, when I bought it, they were like on ridiculous sale. And for anybody looking for optics, I'm not affiliated with this company at all. I'd love to be, because they're fantastic. And I'm just going to put it out there. Euro Optic. Euro Optic, for me, like I said, not affiliated at all with this company. But if you're ever looking for an optic, they always have the best prices. I'm just putting that out there, trying to give everybody a little love.
Primary Arms now actually has some pretty good LPVOs.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. Euro Optic doesn't carry everything. They don't carry Primary Arms, because Primary Arms is its own company. But if you're looking for some high dollar stuff and you want to spend some good money and you want to get, a little bit of savings on it, Euro Optics where it's at.
The way to, if you're going to buy Primary Arms, don't get the Chevron.
I've heard Primary Arms. I think it was Adam who was telling us that their LPVOs are actually pretty damn good. I might have.
No, they're very good.
Yeah?
It's the reticle. Let me see if I can find one that's here. Because what do they call it? Is it the ACSS maybe?
Yeah, with the Chevron.
No, that's still a dot.
No, that said ACSS on it.
Yeah, but it was still a dot when it was in there.
I don't even know what this stands for, but I'm
Predator.
sure it's something smart.
Here it is. Don't get this one.
Yeah, that's what the Chevron.
Because it's super weird, because it's like the top of this is something, then the bottom of this is something.
Yeah, the top of it is
even the bottom of it.
That's why I don't like. I think it's my type in SLX 25, right there. I think that's the one I don't like. I could be wrong. No, it's not an SLX one. Just type in MD 25. MD 25. That's the
These
one.
guys? Yeah.
I do not. Yeah, SLX MD 25. I do not like that.
There's so much. There's so much that's going on in this optic.
Okay, it wouldn't be bad. I don't believe, is that one etched? I don't believe that one's etched.
No.
Okay, when you turn that on, there's not enough variable in the settings to me, because like you turn it on one click and it's like faint, But then when you go to 2, it's like everything bleeds together. At least for me. Maybe it's my eyes. But like I appreciate the idea of the tip of it's 50. The bottom of it I think is 100.
The tip of it is 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's
Well, go back to
kind
the
of
300 black one below it.
the 300 black one. Yeah. But
Yeah.
the problem is that if they say you need to have a 100-yard zero in order to get like this to work, because
Well,
then
I
with
don't want a
5.56,
100-yard
it's
zero.
not going to be.
I'm
it's
not a
gonna be the
100
same.
yards. What are the other calibers in there?
Well, there's
308.
308, 65 Grendel, and also they have these in 77 grain 5.56.
Oh, see, and that's another thing. I'm going to mention that to people. Good night, fellas. Love the Life podcast. H-Town, you know we love you, buddy, and we can't wait to have you on an episode coming up very soon. I'll be in contact with you. But a lot of those optics, you got to be careful because like a lot of them will say this is your 50, this is your 50-yard zero, but you need to legit read the, like, I know you're a man and you don't like asking for directions or reading instructions. But like legit, you got to read it because it'll be like, we tested this using, Hornady fucking match tip 75 grain, this many feet per second. You gotta pay attention to that shit. Because you might get 50 on that dot with your, PMC bronze 55. Matt, appreciate you coming in, buddy. We're about to call it here in a second. We've been going for an hour and 30, but I can't stop talking. But like you might get a 0 on your PMC 55, but like if you have, your 200, hash mark on there, it might be off because you didn't use the 75 grain, fucking carbine tip boat tail that they use to,
or
design
they'll say that you need to use a 24-inch barrel in order to achieve this.
Yeah, exactly.
Which like
Barrel
kind of
size
nobody has.
Yeah.
So like maybe if you got like a varmint gun or something out there, you might have it.
That's why when it comes to dots, you can't fuck up a dot. You zero your dot, you're gonna zero your dot. But when you get into, different markings for different, what am I trying to say here? Yardage, you really got to pay attention to what they designed that around.
Well, I mean, speaking of shitty dots, that like Russian clone, the like PDS-1 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I know 4 guys where it's canted.
Yeah.
So like that's another one where it's like clone optics. You're paying for the brand, which isn't even the brand that you're buying.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like that's fine. If you got like a legitimate one from Russia, which all Russian optics are terrible.
Yeah.
Like somehow they stole everybody from Germany from like Zeiss at the end of World War II, and they never managed to create any optic worth a damn. Yeah. But like then the PDS-1, it would have been better if they had just gone to Holosun and was just like, hey, can you put one of your emitters in this? But they probably didn't do that. But I would
2-dot reticle to get 0 separately.
They do that. SIG does that, but it is $8,000.
Yeah.
Because they did it for a government contract, specifically for 300 blackout. So then when you switch from supers to subs, you can just flip it over. And there are 2 optics that you can go.
I see what you're talking about.
But it's literally like $8,000.
Yeah.
Not like a 8T or 12T or something like that.
That's like driving around your 98 Cavalier that you bought for $400 and you have $1,300 worth of subs in the back and $2,000 worth of rims on it.
Just hold high. The best holographic sight out there is the Huey. I'm sorry, EOTech, but it just is.
Really?
Yeah, by far. The mounting system is better.
I do love the mounting system. I do love the battery tray. I love it.
If you buy a Huey, no matter which one you buy, because there's only one, it's night vision compatible.
Yeah.
If you buy an EOTech, you don't know what the fuck you're getting because none of that shit makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's got to have the night vision button, otherwise you're getting trash. But not trash. I love my EOTechs that aren't night vision. But honestly, it's like I use my non-night vision EOTech for night vision, but like you just turn it down to the dimmest setting, and people are like, "Oh, you're not gonna do it. You're gonna burn out your nuts." I'm not staring at it while watching Hateful Eight like 4.5 hours.
No,
it's not gonna burn them out.
And if your eyes can't see where it's like, I got an astigmatism and all this kind of stuff, then go buy something else. Like not everything needs to necessarily be for you.
Aimpoint and SROs for people.
Aimpoint has no business being that expensive. ACOGs have no business being that expensive. I understand that they're very good, but compared to like the top of the line Holosun, which is probably what, $400, $500, somewhere around in there, you're going to spend 40% more.
Yeah.
Are you getting 40% better?
To me, you take my 512 and that aim point, and the dot is substantially clear. So I
Yeah,
don't know. I
yeah.
don't know if it's worth double the price.
But I'm saying, like, if you take like the 515 or the 530, you know,
Right.
like getting like an apples to apples, and like, yeah, the dot might be clearer. You're still shooting 7.6239 at trash.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Let's
you
be
know,
honest
it's
here.
it's one of those where it's you know, hey, you can probably get away with being a little bit cheaper, but like, I would stay away from Clone Optics. I'm trying to think of like what other pistol dots that I would have out there. Loophole I wouldn't touch. I don't even think that they make pistol optics anymore. But
Really?
yeah. Or then there was like the because they had like the Doctor Cut or something like that.
I've never had a Loophole, and all I've heard from them, I've never heard anything per se like how good the clarity or the optic is. I mean, I guess this goes with clarity. All I've heard is they have great glass. That's all I've ever heard.
Leupold, if you want to get like a hunting scope or something like that, or if you want to get like a PRS scope or like something that's like a true dedicated rifle scope or
Now,
you've got like crazy magnification, go for it.
This is where you got to do research, because there's certain companies like, let's say, Loophole, who are good at rifle LPVOs. Okay, like, yeah,
These would be full power. Yeah, I don't know if they have any LPVOs.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay,
scopes.
we make good rifle scopes. We make. Oh, hey, look, everybody's doing red dots for pistols. We should get into that game. No, stick with what you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
unless you're Holosun.
Now every company makes everything. Like, let's be honest. If you make a pistol dot, you're most likely making a rifle scope. You're most likely making some type of LPVO. But there's certain companies that are good at what they do and stick with what you do. Don't try to tap into other markets. So just be wary of what you're buying. Do your research. Is all.
If you're buying an LPVO, you also have to buy a really good amount.
Oh, 100%. And you got to make sure that you know. I learned this from my boss. Who's not my boss? Who is my boss? I'd learned all about lapping. I learned about wet torque and dry torque. I learned so much shit I didn't know. I just would like set it in there and center it. And
if you're going to go to an LPVO, there is another level of skill that you need to learn over than just zeroing a red dot.
Oh, 100%.
And there's some tools and some parts that you need to go get in order to make sure that like everything is lined up and everything's good. If you're going to go buy a mount, make sure it's kind of light. I think Badger Ordnance has some pretty good mounts that are out there. That's kind of the one that everybody talks about.
And do a one piece.
For the bottom portion of it?
For the mount itself. Like, there's the two rings. You can either get the two rings or like the mount that's got the two rings
already. Oh, like the cantilever mount that you're talking about. Yeah. For an LPVO, get that. Otherwise, get match rings if you're going for
Possum's in the group. What up, buddy? We discussed your questions, and we understand that you're a Holosun guy, and we love you, and you look great in uniform.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, like, if you're gonna go buy a dot, it's hard for me to recommend anything that's not a Holosun.
Dude, yeah. I mean, honestly, like I said, if you're just now getting into the game and you want to buy a decent optic and not save a lot of money, there's Primary Arms. Next step up, I would say, would be Holosun.
I would not touch a Primary Arms pistol optic, though.
I just have one. Like I said, it's a throwaway optic. It was $100-something for a cheap one. But yeah, I agree with you. They make good rifle, except for that MD25. I think the thing's. I'm not a fan, but everything else, like, I love my 2X. I love my 2X. Etched reticles are fantastic.
Anything with an eye box, that doesn't come with adjustable magnification or magnification, I'm kind of out on.
Yeah.
So that is the Primary Arms 1X. Even though I have one of those, I'm kind of trying it right now. I don't necessarily know if I'm the biggest fan of it, but I like that they're out there as an alternative to ACOGs.
Yeah.
Oh, Swamp Fox. Don't buy that shit.
No. I was gonna say anything you can get on Amazon, but you can buy almost anything on Amazon now.
I buy a lot of Holosun on Amazon.
I actually, what is it? The Viridian? I think that's the company that only makes green dots. I believe so. I actually have it's like the biggest window they have for a pistol sight, and it's a cheaper company. I think they're
they're in the US.
Hundreds. Yeah, but I actually have whatever their biggest window pistol dot is on my PS90, and it's a very crisp. I think it's actually like a knockoff SRO.
I wonder. Oh, I see. It's the RFX 35.
I have one of those, and it's not bad. I have it on my PS90.
I just don't know them. You know, so honestly, thank you. Appreciate the backup in the chat. Get in the comments. For like a lot of these might be private label Holosuns where they're literally just like hey, we want your emitters,
Yeah.
and then we're going to put them into a different body,
Yeah.
and then we're going to slap that together and like make it this way.
I may or may not have heard from somebody that SIG was getting a lot of optics that way.
I could 100% see that. If you see a lot of SIG optics, and a lot of optics manufacturers have their costs go up because of these tariffs,
for
you know
you,
exactly where
possibly,
they're coming from.
Look at that little heart for you.
You know, the biggest problem that I have in the optics game right now is like there's so many established people that the people that are trying to break in are trying to break in for the wrong reasons. They're trying to break in on cost, and you can't make a better red dot for less money.
No,
like it just doesn't. Like there's not a new emitter board that has come out there that is going to give you a better dot.
If you
there's
think
not a, it's not Romania is not tomorrow going to start making better glass.
No, that's the thing is if you think you're going to get into the game and be like, look, this is just as good as an aim point, but it's cheaper. You're cheaping out on the electronics. You're cheaping out on the glass. There's something in there that's not going to be the same. Yeah, your dot might be a little bit clearer, but your glass isn't going to be as good. Your battery life might not be as good. There's going to be something to where it's not going to be as good. There's going to out of like, let's say 5 things on your optic, whether it's the housing, the battery, the glass, the emitter, the electronics. One of those things is going to be comparable to a good company. And that's what you're going to run with, knowing that 3 out of your other 5 things are not going to be as good. You're going to say, oh, well, the battery life is just as good as this, or the glass is just as good as this, but something else you're going to cheap out on.
The just as good crowd, which I am kind of a part of.
Most of the new optic companies coming out are just trying to make bank.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody wants something cheaper. Everybody wants that dream thing of it's the just as good thing. This is just as good as that, and I saved $200. But like honestly, if you would have spent the extra $200, you probably would notice where that extra $200 is going to go, depending on the company. I'm not saying all companies, like you said, the aim point shouldn't be $1,000. It's a great optic. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I absolutely love my aim point. Do I think it's worth $1,000 or $900? No, but I don't own anything else that's as good as that.
And I understand why they cost that much because of government contracts. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you've been making, nobody gives a fuck about the end user. Are you kidding me?
They're like that. Let's like,
especially not in the civilian market.
Yeah. It's like an HK made optics. They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the SIG one that I was talking about. Let me share my screen here. I just like, to me, it's the same thing. And we'll just kind of stay focused on optics for this one, but this one has 2 different. Yeah. So this has 2 different spots to it.
Really? That one's all the way over to the right, huh?
Well, so it's 2 different ammos.
That's wild.
So what's here? Let me get
that is a ridiculous price point.
Yeah, so it's featuring a 1 MOA red dot with user selectable 65 MOA or 2.5 MOA green dot. It has dual red and green independently zeroed emitters designed and tuned for passive night vision performance. And the use cases for this changes in ammo such as 300 blackout, supersonic, and subsonic. If you're doing a caliber exchange kit, which only SIG is doing, because they want to, sell their like spear where it's just like you can go from 5.56 to a 7.30, 7.6239 or whatever. You can go from suppressed to unsuppressed, so zero shift there, different zero to distances.
John's
so like,
got a good one here. If you can't use a bad dot, a nice dot's not going to fix it.
No. And then standard 0 and a CQB 0, so you can go from a 50-yard 0 to like a 25-yard 0 or something like that.
Yeah, that's wild though.
But this was developed specifically for like a government contract or like one thing that's out here.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you can have this for $4,000.
Yeah, if you're the government, and it's probably honestly like a, $800. Oh, it's got night vision though. Red. You can change the optic red to green.
I truly don't know.
That's right up there with True Glow.
Yeah, Vortex did it first.
Yeah,
I truly don't know what like your total cost per unit on these would be.
Oh,
like if
I'm sure if that's a government contract optic, it's probably ridiculously cheaper. That's like, government like, buying $500 toilet seats and shit.
Does this actually cost? Like, does this cost $700 to make?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, or do they have like a different labor profile? Does this happen on a different line? Yeah. Is there like a different purging process than like what they do for everything else in order to make this to happen?
The thing better be handcrafted.
Like I'm just curious because okay, we all know that this doesn't cost them like $3,000, and it's just like we're gonna make 20% on this one.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna probably make 120% profit on this. But does that mean that it costs $1,200? You know, I don't know what the math exactly comes out to, but
Big. There we go.
I think that it's an interesting concept, and a lot of what happens in the civilian world affects then translate into kind of the military industrial complex. So like LPVOs, MPVOs, what are the go fast guys kind of doing on the civilian side of the house? Something like this, where you have the two changeable, like zeroable dots that are in there. This will eventually trickle its way into our market.
Yeah.
I don't personally see the use case for something like this. Unless you were just like, hey, I want to truly be able to go between supers and subs.
No.
Well, why would you want to do that on the clock? And like, it's still going to be expensive. So I just don't necessarily see the use case unless you need to have this because it's what the SEALs have.
Yeah, no, I don't. Unless you just got too much money. Like if I won the lottery on Saturday, yeah, I'd probably buy one. Just to say I have it just for the flex. But
you
like,
could get the you could be the first reviewer on YouTube in order.
Yeah, I honestly don't see the need for it.
No.
But Paul, we're almost at 2 hours.
What other optics manufacturers do you want to shit on? Because we can do 10 more minutes here.
I think I shit on everybody I want to shit on. I told you my top 5 or my only 5 that I go to, but like I've named some of the smaller name companies. We shit on Swamp Fox. There's the Viridian. I didn't shit on them, but they're a cheap company that I don't think is terrible.
Monstrum?
Yeah. Now, see, I see them making a lot of like 45-degree mounts and other shit. But
their
like,
mounts have been fine for me. I don't know
if I would trust their optics per se.
No. I can already
enough about them.
I can already tell you that I'm not trusting their optics.
Yeah.
I will. If you show me your weakest performer, I will show you who you are as a company.
That's a $50 optic.
Right here.
Right there. I'm not there's nothing even over $100 in there. I'm not trusting any of that shit.
We're good.
Maybe if I started getting into airsoft.
Yeah, and $80. Like I think that these are airsoft quality. Like, why do you have the like?
You know what? That's
when
what I
I'm
should do.
pulling my pistol out of the holster, I go so fast.
I should build up my AR around Monstrum parts and just beat the shit out of it.
I wonder if they have IR emitters. Because it looks like they have. It
no
looks like
way.
they have one right
Dude,
here.
there's a long list of optics. Holy shit!
LPVOs they got up to 1 to 10s. They got a lot of
for $200.
Oh, you can get a 1 to 10 for $200. I wonder what the it actually looks like in here.
That almost looks too. Holy shit!
Look at how dumb these BDCs are.
Yeah, no way, dude. No way.
1 to 10. No. FOV at 100 yards. Look at even in their promotional picture, this is still bleeding and blooming all over the place. Like, look at you. You guys probably can't see this. Let me see if I can zoom this in.
I think those are the clips holding the target, Paul.
Yeah, but the clips, there's visual distortion on them.
Yeah.
And I can't make this bigger, but in their promotional picture, there's visual distortion in what they're doing.
They took those pictures with a Polaroid up to the glass.
It looks like that, but like you can't even lie to me enough where like, because this almost looks superimposed over the top of these. Like, pull out your really good Canon and then put it over the top there. Sight mark for the win. Get fucked. I want to see what their most expensive optic is. Show me all of your optics.
Go to all optics. Go to filter price. There you go.
Yeah, price decent.
I'd say $400.
Yeah.
Oh, not even $350.
Look at this thing. Holy fuck.
Oh, dude, that's Call of Duty right there.
Reticle. Look at the Morpheus.
Yeah. Look at the throw lever on that thing.
God. What is this? I want to see what the reticle even looks like on here.
The Morpheus. Show me the Morpheus.
The Morpheus.
Look at that Christmas tree. Good Lord.
Shown at 4x. No matter the lighting condition, the Archangel's illuminated Morpheus reticle shines through. I would hope so. That's kind of the point of the reticle. The Stingray weapon-mounted light system. Night Force, Vortex, Leopold get their glass from the same glass manufacturer. Yeah, see that.
There you go.
There's like 5 companies in the world that make everything.
Yeah. Somebody out there just has the optic glass game locked down, and they're just selling to everybody.
Yeah. Or when everybody says like, "Oh, we get ours from Japan," it's like, okay, well, cool,
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. Hey, really happy for that. Provides immediate and tangible feedback for precise adjustments. What I don't understand is like when
I don't
companies come
trust
out and they say like it provides immediate feedback. Dog, that's the floor. Like that is the expectation.
Yeah. Look at that lever though.
I guess extra low dispersion lens delivers like all this is just AI bullshit.
Can we agree that I don't like anybody who's going to make an LPVO without like a lever on it where they actually want you to put your hand on it and twist it?
I won't, because you can go out and you can find something that's better than what a lot of them come with.
Yeah.
Like somebody else is going to come out and like they'll do something on there. Ultra dots are also something that people use for their revolvers.
Really? I think a dot on a revolver is just crazy. Nixon? Glass? The camera company?
Nikon. Yeah.
Nikon. Whatever. Nixon, Nikon. You know what I'm saying.
Nixon Nitration Works.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikon, which I think is out of Japan. What was the Ultra dot? The problem is that now you can kind of mount a dot to just about anything because there are so many different options.
But like honestly, is there an even need for it? Like I know you can just because it's like you took all the time to see if you could, but you didn't stop to see if you should or whatever the Jurassic Park shit is, something like that. I forget.
I think that having some kind of illuminated optic or some kind of zeroable optic is obviously going to be a
step up
from irons.
Yeah.
Now, it's not going to make you a better shooter. It can help, but it is not going to fix a lot of the problems that a lot of people have. Right.
I mean, okay, we'll jump into the rifle here. I have like 2 or 3 setups. Let's say for shits and giggles, I own 16 AKs. 2 or 3 of them have irons.
Mhm.
Am I good with irons? No. Could I get better? Of course, if I practice with it more. I would rather have a dot. To me, it's easier to pick up a dot than to line up fucking irons.
But you need something that's quality. You need something that holds zero.
Yeah.
And you need something that you know how to work with.
Oh, I've had some shitty dots in my day. That's why I'm trying to stick with just like certain, like I said, either if it's just a dot, I'm an aim point guy. If it's something with a circle, I like EOTechs or the Huey's kind of growing on me, or that one Hollow Sun. Other than that, it depends. It depends.
If you ignore all of the cheap shit that's out there.
Yeah.
We live in the golden age of optics right now.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
It's never been better. You can find
You come
quality.
up to me with a price point and tell me what you want. I can find you something
From
in
the
5. I can give you options in 5 minutes.
From the mid to high 100 to 200 range.
Yeah.
Because I think that is where quality kind of starts at. Like your primary arms, like
I said, $150. You don't buy anything cheaper than $150 if you want. If it's got a battery in it.
You also don't have to spend $1,000 in order to get something that will last you 10 years if you replace the batteries and you're not just absolutely thrashing on it.
Yeah. Well, if you don't like aim points, don't talk to me.
I
don't want to pay for one. I won this in a raffle.
Point that you have. Is it
I won this in a raffle. I would never buy one. I'm just saying I like it. I'm not saying go out and buy them.
Well, what is the aim point that you have?
T2 comp, I believe. I think it's something like that.
Okay, so
it's just
there's
like
sometimes on Euro Optic.
There's always something going down on Euro Optic. You're always going to save money.
Euro Optic, where you can get like a T2 for
I think it's like $800
with no mount. In stock show price. Okay, so Aimpoint Micro T2, which is kind of we'll call it like the gold standard because everybody goes up $800.
Yeah.
Like if you were to just go out, it has everything. It has the battery tray on the side.
Yep.
It has tactile functions. It has a crisp. What is it? MOA. It is it uses 2032 batteries, which are pretty good. A 2 MOA dot. Like it's kind of everything that you could want in a dot.
I know he left, but this is Rodrigo sent me his pick of optics here.
I would throw out the MRO.
Yeah.
Everything else I think is
I
incredible.
don't know what MRO that is.
Based in Chad.
If that's an HD, I'd like to try it. But everything else, I am game for. I am here for it.
I'm trying to think of what other aim points that are out here that I would.
They have the. There's another one out there. I was debating on
the
trying.
Patrol, which is really big. It's their 30mm optic. I think is pretty good.
I think that's the one I was looking at.
If you are looking for a pistol red dot, the 507C, the Holosun, which is not the 507 comp, but kind of the next step down from there, $320. They're fantastic.
I think this is the aim point. Yes, I'm over 18. Get the hell out of my face.
Man, you get the aim point Patrol for $470. That's a pretty good deal. Now
Really?
it's a big fuck you optic, but they're nice.
That's only $400.
Yeah.
I don't know
3
if I
year,
trust it.
30,000 hour battery life, 2 MOA. It's got a grabber mount that comes with it. 3
Now,
volt
see,
lithium ion battery.
The comp M4S is what I was curious about. That's almost like this Sig Romeo that I have.
Oh, the big one. Okay, so our buddy Scott.
That's
the
not
Sketchy
what I
Lefty-
have. I'm curious about it.
So our buddy Scott, the Sketchy Lefty, has the Romeo version of this.
Yeah,
because he wanted it to look this way.
That's what I got on my 300 black, and it's I don't like it because like if I move the rifle, now it flickers.
Oh, okay, yeah. What does that one come out?
Shout
for?
out to RS Regulate.
Oh yeah. RS. Man, what don't they do? They'd certainly make the best.
Big John's out of here. He's downloading Battlefield. You get the stream.
watch
for
the
30
Twitch
Yeah, we
stream?
talked about it. You watch the stream for 30 minutes. You get a key to play it today. and
John,
tomorrow, but
walk
I
for
have
another
to work.
30 minutes and give me another key, please and thank you. Then I'll
Yeah,
once we're done
we
here,
will
I'll
see you
hop
on
and
this
play with you.
weekend, John. We're squadding up. Possum, if you got time this weekend. I don't know if you're a Battlefield man, but we're trying
Who
to
should
get
I
a
watch
squad
on
together.
Twitch?
I'm still a Dr. Disrespect guy. Fuck the world.
We
I don't care
will-
what they say about him.
The rapist?
Yeah. No. Accused. And it
Accused?
wasn't even rape, dude. All right, we're going on a different subject here. Paul, we're at 2 hours.
I don't know. We can end it. Everybody's ditching us.
Possum's here. I love you, John. Thank you for joining. H-Town, thanks for joining. Who else was here? Big Matt, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. I'm just gonna throw that in the comments there. I appreciate and love all you guys for but Paul, this wasn't bad for our first live. We got some feedback. We had some people joining in. We had some people chatting with us. So leave your favorite optics in the comments. What's your pre-show, post-show rituals? And maybe I'll throw up some more questions. We'll try to make this a monthly thing, a live Q&A. We'll see how it goes. So far, Bad Company 2 is the best. Yes, Possum. I agree with you 100% on that one.
Bad Company 2 is by far.
That's the one that got me hooked.
That one also had the best destruction, and I think that had the best game mode in Rush
It was the best. It was the best.
by far.
But
By far.
yeah, love you all. Thanks for joining. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, wherever you find your podcast listening pleasure. Look us up on there. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit us up
to
on the
pod.
YouTube. And make sure when you're looking for decent price at 7.62 ammo, tell a friend, tell a homie, tell a ammo. Code SAVAGE25. Might save you a little change. And love you. And we will talk to you guys later. How do I get this comment off the screen? All right. Love you. Bye.
Shooter ready.
Yep.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Shooter, are you ready? Stand by.